Hello, dear friends, and welcome to the next horrifying chapter of Random Rhapsodies, Sonnet of Blood. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master for this Curse of Strahd playthrough. And joining me around my virtual table tonight are Alyssa, Brandie, Joe, Junior, Marty, and Natalie. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
You're so good at that. Now, before I begin, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with the first of our two sponsors for tonight's show, Hero Forge. Joe?
Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop miniatures with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. Their easy-to-use design tools let you build your perfect miniature online using a fully 3D, in-depth character creator right in your web browser, which is where we built our miniatures and tokens for our tokens for this evening's game. You can build your own today at heroforge.com.
Thank you, Joe. Our second sponsor for tonight's show is XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work or play remotely by blurring the background, removing it entirely, or even putting your favorite pictures in the background instead. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM with a capital R, you can get 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in the chat and show description. Now, next Monday, we are back with another episode of the Aethertech Wars, our Pathfinder 2E campaign. Our heroes have just stumbled on a camp of moldy, mushroomy zombies, wiped them out, and then one of their team members decided to go on a walkabout. So we'll find out where that picks up here this Monday at 6 p.m. Central. Now you can keep up to date on our schedule and everything we're doing here on the network by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV, on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody, on Blue Sky as Random Rhapsody, and on TikTok as Random Rhapsody_TV. And that's going to do it for our announcements. So join us as we dive into the land of Barovia and continue on with the Conclave expedition as they attempt to survive a Sonnet of Blood. And we're back. So, you should know how we like to do our recaps. We offer up the Random Rhapsody coin, which is good for a nat 20 in this campaign. If I get the coin, or if I do the recap, I get the coin. And if I get the coin, I'm going to use that nat 20 as soon as I can. It's going to be terrible. I'm not sure if anyone really wants me to have that, but I would be happy to do the recap this week if no one wants to. What do you say?
Are you not going to do it, Alyssa?
I can do it.
I will do it if you don't want to.
I mean, like I said, there's not going to be a whole lot. My character was...
It's perfect that, our two new characters come in and they do their thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Ksenia, or Senna,
yep.
Senna.
Senya.
Senya.
You had it right
Senya.
the first
I was
time.
right the first time. Ksenia Tell us what happened last time on Sonnet of Blood.
Well, I had been minding my own business, living my life, and all of a sudden, I go from this beautiful, smelly city to these odd gray mists that came out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden I'm in nowhere, and there's a lot of dead things walking around and attacking people and whatnot, and then next thing I know, I run into these interesting group of people I've never seen, but kind of people that I've never seen before. And everything is very, very strange and odd. And the next thing I know, they're all saying that we need to go out into the woods to attack this old woman, I guess. A hag? That doesn't seem like a very kind name, but what do I know? This land is very strange so far, so I'm just gonna go with people who seem to be more familiar with it.
You know, in Barovia, sometimes that's just all you got to go on. Okay, there you go. There's the random Rhapsody coin. Don't forget to use it, though. It's only going to last this session.
I'm gonna do like I did for Shanties, and I'm gonna take out my little golden D20, and that'll be my little reminder that I have something to roll.
Absolutely. Well then, expedition numbers. You are currently about a mile away from the ruined town of Aldra. You have been riding in your wagon for most of the day along an old and mostly run-down patchy gravel road that slopes downward along the edge of the mountain. And the elevation of your current position allows you to look down upon the remains of the village, where at least some of you have been before. The remains of Aldra Village lie along the northwestern bank of the Luna River, and you can see pieces of broken buildings sticking out of an otherwise dense fog that seems to just hang over the entire basin. At the far end of the village, you can see the remains of a manor house on a low hill, keeping much more of its remains out of the fog than the rest of the building, thanks to its elevation. Though, you do see what looks like part of a bell tower as well, protruding out not far from the manor on the hill. Everything else is just like broken bits of rooftop or scraggly bits of stone wall that just happen to peek out just a little bit above that dense fog. Those of you who've been here before would recognize the manor's remains to be where you had encountered the ghost of the burgomaster, who had told you all of Strahd's wrath on the village. You also found the effigy that Strahd created of a woman named Liis, who was murdered there and placed not far from that manor house. Now, somewhere in the middle of all of that fog, you know that there is a hut belonging to a powerful spellcaster named Baba Lysaga, who has been attacking the Wizard of Wine's winery and captured the Were-Raven clan living there, including the innkeeper from the Blue Water Inn back at Veros. Ark's familiar did a little bit of scouting and has spotted a hut built on the stump of an old tree in the very center of town that is the likely location of where Lysaga resides. Strahd himself confirmed Lysaga lives in Aldra the last time you were here, so you know for a fact she's somewhere around there. And that location that the Raven had scouted is pretty good likely place. Well then, expedition members and company. It is now around 5 o'clock in the evening, judging by the position of the sun, which is, as always, hidden behind a thick cloud layer that is always present overhead. It's not dark yet, but it will be in a few hours. So, with that in mind, expedition, what do you want to do?
Can we see any of those scarecrows walking around yet?
Well, you're like I said, you're outside the town about a mile. Yeah, you're a mile ahead. So you haven't gone in there yet. We had stopped the narration last session with you pausing to look down on the village.
So we don't have to worry about the water this time. So I don't have to. I think we cast like Bull's Endurance on, I think of all people, Delphine, so she can muscle us through. We gave it to the wizard instead of the paladin. I can't remember why, but we did.
I think I wasn't there for that session.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think you were riding on Tensor's floating disc with that, with Davos. I mean, we got to approach. Oh shit! I guess he'd Cog will look over its arc and like, hey, do you think your little skeletal bird could maybe fly into town as we get closer? Kind of keep an eye on things.
He's been circling over there. I believe
as
so,
we
anyway.
get closer, yeah, we'll use that to our advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the cart, we got the donkey, so we can. Shit, what are we gonna? God, I swear to God, if we lose Dom and Letty, you can't lose family. We already lost two. What were they donkeys before, or were they horses the first time?
I think they were donkeys as well.
Yeah, Sonny and Cher. I don't remember. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, you
They
wanted
got
to
killed
get
by,
horses, but you haven't been able to find any for sale.
They got killed by like ghosts or something like that.
Wolves.
Oh, it was the wolves. Yeah, that's right. Because we almost got killed by ghosts. That's what. I'd say let's just kind of start approaching. Obviously, looking out for stuff as we get there. We got to get close.
Okay. So you're riding the wagon in?
Shit. Is there somewhere like along the path, look for like a little something off the road that maybe we can, if there's like an old rundown barn or a building, something like it, somewhere we could stash them that hopefully wolves won't find them.
So,
which I guess whoever has prestidigitation, as we're going, maybe use that. Can we use that to sweep away our tracks and our scent as we go?
Tracks, maybe?
Yeah, but the scent would just come back when the spell wears off, yeah. Yeah, we'll try and hide them the best we can.
Yeah, I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Nothing.
You're on the side of a mountain. There's a mountain on one side, there's a river on the other. You've been going down in elevation. There's no real trees or anything in this area. There is the ruins of the buildings. You remember because you did explore the area a little bit, but nothing that's whole, nothing that's complete. The Burgomaster's mansion was actually the most complete building, not counting Lysaga's potential hut.
Well, we'll have to bring them in, so we'll find some place to stash them when we get close, maybe.
Could put them in one of the ruins over there.
Yeah,
safe.
We'll find the best place we can.
Yeah.
The fucking scarecrow's probably gonna fucking kill him.
I'm assuming we're expecting trouble while going in here.
You should just know to expect trouble everywhere you go in Barovia. But yeah, there were
fair enough
animated scarecrows that Gave Big Green some trouble. And then there were also wolves. Sure, there'll be more of them. And then a hag, and God knows what else.
Yes, scarecrows and hag definitely don't sound very appealing right now.
We've kind of come across a lot of stuff here in Barovia. So who knows?
I'll stay on my guard then, as best as I can.
Can't
So
hear you,
yeah,
Brandie.
just-
No.
Nothing's.
Hey, oh,
Can you hear me now?
yes.
Yep, now we could. So
Can you hear me?
like you're like clipping in and out. You're saying something, but then it's on a lag through Discord.
Alright, I think I'm gonna close out
Yeah, go ahead.
the cameras then. I think it's Ninja.
Okay.
How's this? Is it better now?
Yes.
Still
it
like
is.
a full second.
It's better, though.
Okay, well we're just gonna roll with it. Hopefully it works itself out. My computer is a piece of shit, so you know.
But anyway, what were you saying, Vide?
I was just saying nothing is safe in Barovia. In regards to, shoot, I don't even remember what that. I know we were just talking about what all we've come across, but yeah. Anyway.
Irina will chime in as well. Indeed, we need to be very careful. The last time we were there were scarecrows that came to life and attacked us. She's saying this to Ark and Nessia.
Is,
Well-
is that common here?
I mean, we haven't really ran into it anywhere else other than this area, but I wouldn't doubt that it's not uncommon. That was like a triple negative, but that's fine. It'll be okay.
I'd honestly rather not deal with some scarecrows. Something about them is just unnerving to me. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely imagine that would be unnerving for you.
It's just, I don't know. They just stand there, and I just want the corn.
Oh, they don't just stand
Anyway.
there.
Well, yeah, them moving around is a lot more unnerving than them just standing, but...
Okay. Well, with the crack of the reins, you begin to have the cart start making its way down towards the town. As you descend, the fog gets thicker and thicker the closer you approach. Once you level out onto the actual level ground of the river basin side, the fog swarms almost immediately. At first it's thin, it's not too bad, but as you get closer to the edge of where you know the village itself is, it's definitely beginning to thicken. Once the wagon hits what little remains of the road of Aldra, which is little more than just a couple dug in dirt ruts with a lot of weeds growing between them and stuff, the wagon is jostling and bouncing a little bit, and your donkey's kind of wicker a little bit in fright as visibility starts to kind of narrow and come in. like last time you were all here, the fog allows you to see little more than 20 feet around you. Well, actually, the sun is still up, so it's a little bit more than that. We're going to call it more like 30 feet around you at this point. There is still a little bit of sun, though it is low, and now that you're in the fog, it seems like the gloom is definitely increasing. Now, Ark, you have your raven flying overhead.
Yes.
So I'd like you to make a perception check through the raven's eyes.
All right. I will also say, as we're coming in, I would like to ritually cast Detect Magic to try to see if I can sense any animated scarecrows coming towards us, if they're animated how I think they might be.
Okay.
And
yeah.
I will also make that perception check. It's a 7.
It is a 7. You ritually cast the spell as the wagon is nearing the village, so it goes off. It takes 10 minutes to ritually cast, and you're bumping around in a wagon. It's not the best time to do it, but you do manage to pull it off as you get into the village prime itself, which allows you to sense 30 feet around you. Anything magical. A handful of items do ping as magical around you. This is the first time you've actually used this spell around your new companions, and pretty much all of them, except Cog does too. Cog also, everybody has at least some magical item on them that pings off. Apart from those things that you are sensing amongst them, you don't sense anything else around you within that 30 feet that pings as magical, but you then hold on to and concentrate on the spell as you then close your eyes to look through the eyes of your bird.
Mm-hmm.
The bird's flying around, and unfortunately it can't really see much. The fog is very, very thick, and even to see the ground or see the buildings, it has to get really, really close to them. So it's making scouting very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Now, the road you are on, after a few moments, it does come to a crossroads. One of it seems to be heading off to the west, while the next one continues on south, on the southwestern direction that you've been traveling this entire time. So you can either turn right and continue on west, or you can continue forward and go southwest.
Are there any signposts or anything?
Make a perception check.
That would be a dirty 20.
You do spot the remains of a signpost that's rotted and broken and half shoved down into the marsh and mud. You can't help but notice that all around you, what's not on the main road itself, what little remains of this old road, is very, very marshy, swampy area that you encountered the last time you were here. Nothing about that's changed. The signpost is down in there, but as buried as it is, you can't actually see anything that, you don't see anything legible on it.
Okay. You said it's pretty buried, so wouldn't it be worth it to try to pick it up?
I mean, that's up to you. It's right now, it is kind of half buried. The top end is shoved down into the dirt. The broken end is sticking up just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want to put that much effort into it. Okay, that's fine. unless Urzak wants to give it a try, because I mean he's probably pretty strong. He might be able to possibly pull it up.
Yeah, I can give it a shot, sure.
I mean, my +0 to strength is not gonna let me do a whole heck of a lot.
That's fair. All right. I'll try that. Should I roll athletics?
Yeah, that would be an athletics check.
Here we go. 27.
Oh yeah. You jump down off the wagon and go over and pick up the edge of the signpost and pull. And after a bit of a moment, it comes out of the soft earth. You can see that there are two little sign areas on it. One side says, it's hard to see. You have to clean it off a little bit and get your fingers into the grooves. But it looks like one side says Marketplace, and then the other side is broken off. But now that you have it up, you notice the other piece that's on the ground, and you pick it up, and it says Burgermaster on the other side. If you kind of align it up and look at it, it looks like the Marketplace is to the west.
Okay.
To the west.
The Burgermaster's to the
south. Yeah.
South. Okay.
Yeah, and you've been to the Burgermasters before. You would know that you would know that if you follow along that way, it would lead along the river and past a lot of houses, and you would eventually get to the Burgermasters.
Okay. Well, where are we thinking we want to go? We should probably take care of Ismark while we're here, right?
I figured we'll take him with us when we leave.
Okay. Then to the marketplace.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right, let's get moving.
Okay.
That's cool.
You turn the horses or the donkeys and start having them make their way west along this dirt and mud slush road. I need you to make me, Corwan, an animal handling check, since you've been the one who's been controlling the horses. I keep saying horses, donkeys.
It's gonna be great. Hey, it's
great.
19.
You're so
19.
correct.
Yeah, the muddiness of the road is getting kind of hard to coax them through. The donkeys are having to struggle a little bit to pull the wagon at certain points, and like Urzak, at one moment you actually have to jump down and kind of push from behind to get it up out of a little bit of a rut. But with Corwan's expert handling of the two donkeys, you are successfully able to get through that area. You continue on for a little bit of a ways, and you're not quiet. There's no way to be quiet with a wagon and donkeys and that sort of thing. So it shouldn't surprise you very much that you start hearing sounds of a sound as you begin to move towards what looks like, through the fog, a little bit of some buildings. So, I want everybody to make a perception check. You can hear the sounds of something I gave you with your passive, but you're not seeing anything yet.
I'm gonna use a Kenku recall to give myself advantage. I believe it's advantage.
Okay.
Yep.
How many times a day can you do that?
3.
3. Okay, this is your second time.
Not bad.
Yep. A 22.
22. Arko, you are the first one to see these creatures starting to lurch out of the mist, which allows you to call out that they're coming, which means that they're not getting a sneak attack round on. So, as I move you all to a new map, why don't you all roll me some initiative?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oof.
That is a 13.
Got a 12. Is my familiar still flying around the town, I'm guessing?
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
Cool.
You can go ahead and roll them into initiative. They're not super close to you right now,
Sure.
but we'll see if they can get to you by the time the battle's over, or before the battle's over. Give me 1 second.
He's rolling initiative for the donkeys, guys.
Mhm.
This is a bad sign.
Uh-oh.
I mean, they exist. Go ahead, everybody, position yourself on the wagon where you were.
We unfortunately did say I was in the back pushing, so.
That is true.
Is this wagon is it one where I could have been kind of sitting on the side of it with my feet hanging over the edge of it, so if I needed to jump down quickly, I can?
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
not.
then-
I mean, it's a wagon. I'm not gonna be too worried about movement. Getting out of it. 5 feet of movement gets you to 1 space over. You're fine. Irina is gonna be right there. Who do I not see?
Am I still concentrating on detect magic, by the way?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
But it is almost over.
Sure. I mostly just want to know if I sense anything.
Did I not
With
have you
it-
two on the map? Because I don't.
Oh, they're there.
I'm
Ooh.
here.
Yeah, they're over. It's just really.
Oh
There's
shit!
no-
Why is there 2 of me?
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
there's 2 of me as well.
Yeah, because I couldn't see you, y'all.
Oh, I think. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. It's because
You guys
somebody
are
was
just-
on top of me.
You guys were hiding under the wagon.
Whoa. Whoa.
Wow.
Good
Okay.
lord.
Kinky.
Everybody relax.
I mean, I know we're not exactly a family
Wow.
podcast, but
Everybody chill.
Hey, when in Barovia, am I right?
Exactly. Okay,
Yo.
everybody. We got this all going on here. So, let's get this battle started. Fortunately, I can't get the whole thing on the map over there. That's okay. It'll be all right. Looks like. Ooh, looks like a scarecrow is up first. So Ark just called out, "Hey, I think I see some of them." As one of them made its way into the light. This is the one you saw right there, Ark. Unfortunately, that's not the one who's going first, but the one who is going first is pretty close, so you'll see them soon. 30. Okay, it has to use its full movement again. 5, 15, 20, 25. It's run right up towards one of your donkeys, because it's the first thing that it can see. But it used its movement and action to get there.
Question. Can I sense these things with Detect Magic?
You can.
I can? Alright.
It does ping off as a magical construct. I
Alright,
believe
cool.
alteration is the correct school of magic for that.
Alteration?
I'm like 70% sure it's alteration that does magical constructs, but I'll look at here in a second. But yeah, anyway, it's that. That's its turn. Danika, you are up next. What are you doing?
Danika is going to hop off the little cart. And she's actually gonna go by Urzak. And she's gonna tap him on the shoulder and cast Enlarge on him.
Ooh.
Fuck yeah!
I feel like I need to move everybody up one.
I didn't prepare that.
And then she's gonna go, show him who's boss this time.
Uh-oh, big ass paladin.
You reach over, cast the spell. Urzak just grows, doubles in size. So that gives you an extra D4 to your damage. An advantage on strength checks.
And then I'm also gonna give him Bardic Inspiration as my bonus action.
So kind of you. I feel loved.
Yay! And I'm done.
Okay, good first turn there from Danika. Next up, we've got some scarecrows. Hold on a second. This is bugging me. There we go. Now people can actually see what you're all doing. Anyway, next up we got some more scarecrows. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. Another one has used its movement and action to get close to y'all. Oh, wow, I rolled a lot of them all in a row. Another one's coming to running out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20. Managed to get itself right there next to both Ksenia and the donkey. Got one more. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15. Running right up to another of the donkey. Used its full movement, though, so can't do anything else. Ksenia, you're up next.
And the range is up to 30 feet. Okay. Then I am, since there's 3 of them right up and personal with us, I am going to use my action to cast Bane on them.
Okay.
So that's a charisma saving throw from them.
Charisma saving throw. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Nothing above an 11.
They all fail.
All fail. All 3 of them are baned. I'm going to put a little purple dot on them to show that they're baned.
Cool. And then for my bonus action, I think I'm going to disengage and move back.
Disengage is an action, usually, but for you, it's a bonus action, so you are able to disengage.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's it.
Still-
That's my turn.
Are you gonna? And so you kind of basically just get up off of the bench of the front of the cart and move back behind.
Yeah, I just kind of
yeah.
just to give myself a little bit of coverage from whatever this thing is.
Yeah, I dig it. Okay, next up we've got Irina. Irina is looking at everything and she kind of says. She looks over to Ark and says to Ark, "These things are weak against fire. I don't know if you have any abilities to produce fire, but it seemed to help the last time."
Most of my spells can do any damage type I want, so we'll be good. Fire. Got it.
Wait a minute, what the heck? There's a... Looks like people are in here multiple times in turn order.
Oh.
On our list, it looks like we're all.
I only see everybody once,
Yeah.
and I don't see
Except for
Irina.
Yeah, I don't see Irina, but I see everyone else once, except the scarecrows.
That's so weird, because I can see everyone twice. Bear with me 1 second while I just look at this. That's definitely not right. Okay, that's so weird. No worries though. I got it figured out. Looks like, Irina is, she is going to, I think... Yeah, she is going to, look to, the group and cast Bless on Urzak, on, Vide, and on Ark.
Oh.
So the three of you are now blessed. She is then going to get down off the wagon and move a little bit to one side and pull out that short sword of hers. And that is going to be her turn. Urzak, you're up next.
All right. Urzak's gonna draw his axe and cast Searing Smite as a bonus action. So for the next... Oh, my next attack does a d6 of fire damage. So, and then I will lumber my way up to the nearest scarecrow and take an attack or two. Here we go. That is a 27 to hit.
I think that might just hit.
I hope so.
You know, possibly.
Barely.
Okay, here's
Just broke the
slashing.
armor class.
That's max damage for a 13. And then d6 of fire damage for...
Okay.
Nice.
As you strike that first time with your axe just blazes as you hit, catching the thing on fire. The scarecrow begins to burn a little bit, and the smell is like burning hair mixed with motor oil. It's kind of foul. But they do seem to take on some extra damage thanks to that burn.
Does it include that 1d4 for being enlarged?
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
and you
include
add that too.
Boop. 4.
Nice.
Okay, second attack. Oh, not so good. 14.
A 14 does hit though.
Okay. Here is slashing damage. That's 8 plus enlarged damage. Another 4.
Nice.
So another 12 damage.
Another 12 points of damage. You, after slicing it the first time, you just come up and just cleave down with your axe, cutting the thing immediately, directly in half. And the thing the two sides fall just down. You killed it in one turn.
There's like a moment, just a big deep breath, and feels good.
Absolutely. That it for your turn?
That's my turn.
Vide, you're up next.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my thorn whip and hit this guy, because that's 10 feet away, right?
Yeah, just. $13 does hit.
Okay, that would be 6 damage to...
You crack out with that whip of yours. The thorns kind of just rip through a little bit of that, the burlap sack of its body, doing 6 points of damage.
Okay, again, that would be a 21 to hit for 10 damage.
Yeah, second time you absolutely hit. You strike a second, slicing through the chest of the creature. You can see like a little bit of the inside of it. It's all like sticky and like tar almost, with bits of feathers and sticks and twigs pointing out in various directions. It's really, really off-putting. And the scarecrow's eyes just look at you with this intense hatred, Vide, as it takes that 10 point of damage.
Come at me.
Okay. Ark, you're up next.
I am. Alright, I'm gonna get out of the cart real quick. Right there. Right there. And I'm going to cast what's the spell's name? Guiding Bolt. Sorry. I believe that one. And I'm going to change that radiant damage into fire damage through my wizard order. What's this called? Awakened Spellbook. It's a class feature of mine. If you want to read it.
Okay. Let's see. When you cast a wizard spell with a spell slot, you can temporarily replace its damage type with a type that appears in another spell in your spell book, which magically alters the spell's formula. Spell must be the same level as the spell slot you expanded.
I'm expending a first level, so and switching it with chromatic orb damage.
Yeah, that makes sense. 21.
So 21 to hit,
and which one are you throwing that at? This one right here.
That one.
Yeah, you would be able to see
12
them.
points of fire.
12 points of fire damage. You hurl this guiding bolt. It strikes the creature in the chest, exploding in fire. It is ignited, and does quite a bit of damage to it. It's now the whole thing is like on fire. It's glowing slightly and flailing about.
And
Radiant
next
damage
attack on it.
Real fire, I should say.
Pardon?
Is it, unless, I guess, can you change yours? I'm sorry, my thing was cut
it's
down.
fire.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Yeah, I can
Like-
change my damage
That's
types.
so sick.
And yeah, whoever attacks it next has advantage.
It is
And-
now on fire, so I'm going to give it a little bit of light.
Oh, shit. Here it comes.
Uh-oh.
Goddamn right, uh-oh.
I just saw you like laughing to yourself, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be
I'm
a
tempted to
problem.
do something really stupid, but...
That your turn,
It's
Art?
the first combat of the day. You should do it.
I believe so, because I saw the paladin just cleave 1 and 2, so I don't really want to use anything too big, because
Mhm.
I'm kind of probably underestimating these guys.
That's fair. Corwin, you're up next.
All right, so just thinking of the makeup of our wagon, our cart, the little, I guess, crossbar, the one that is holding the, I guess, with the bridle and stuff with the doggies, how wide is that? Is it like...
It's not super wide. Like, think of it,
maybe like a 2x4 or 4x4?
yeah, about the thickness of a 2x4 or 4x4. Yeah, actually, like a 4x4, but more rounded a little bit.
Oh, rounded, that's not good.
Yeah.
And then are the donkeys actually like 10 feet out from the cart? Is that, or are they...
No.
Is it just...
No, that's kind of bad.
Okay.
They'd
It's
honestly
just
be a little
bad
closer.
design on it.
but-
All right.
Yeah.
So could he like hop on the back of one of the donkeys and then hurl himself onto the scarecrow? Would I have to do some kind of...
I mean, you can certainly try.
What would you want him to do?
Well, this would just be
Like an acrobatics?
Well, it would be a long jump, so it's an athletics check.
Well, I was to say, I mean, are the donkeys really 10 feet? That's why I was asking. Are they 10 feet away, or are
not
they like...
No,
up
they're
against-
not. But they are
Okay.
big, and there is still a gap there. It's not like you're only making a 5-foot jump to get
Yeah.
on top of them, not a 10-foot
Yeah.
jump. But you still have to make an athletics check to try to do it, and then you're going to want to do a acrobatics check to maintain your balance.
Okay. Well,
And then
here's
if you're
the-
able to do that, then you would be able, if you can make those 2 rolls, you would be able to then jump onto one.
I mean, if he falls down, I mean, he is small. He can just move between them. But this is just what I got in my head. All right, so it's an 11 for the athletics to jump to him.
So that's gonna be enough to get there, but like you just hit the edge of the rump.
I hit
DC
the ass
is-
of the ass.
Yeah, you hit the ass of the ass, which means that the DC for your acrobatics check just went higher.
Right. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, you're able to jump up over onto the donkey, kind of take a running leap from there. Which one are you trying to jump on?
It's gonna be this one right here.
The one that's on fire?
The donkeys. Well, no, he's jumping onto this donkey, but he's going towards the one that's on fire. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, you'd be able to get onto the donkey.
All right, and then they're on fire a little bit. Okay, but he's just gonna be like, nobody messes with family, and then he's gonna jump down. He's gonna like attack it, and he's gonna do inflict wounds or Cog's bad touch against the creature.
Okay.
So that is a 22 to hit. I guess he's got
yeah.
advantage. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Oh, nobody fucks with family.
Wow.
We just I didn't say
His
to do it.
ass.
That's 25 necrotic. He just comes up. It's like he's running and jumping, and then he's just bringing his tiny little fist right against its face.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happens, and you reach out with that bad touch, and just the necrotic energy eats away at the scarecrow. It cries out in pain and then just drops.
I'll do just another athletic or acrobatics, or I guess Yeah, just so if he when he hits the ground.
Mhm.
Okay, so I was gonna say he rolls up and then he's posted up on one knee in his hand, but I'll say he doesn't look as cool. He kind of he just kind of lands and he shakes a little bit, but then he's just nobody
Kind of hops
touches
a little
my-
bit because you rolled your ankle just a touch. Yeah.
Nobody fucks with Diamond Letty. And then he's posted up waiting for the other ones to come.
I love it.
That was what the smile was for, Marty.
Yeah, next up are the donkeys. They've seen these creatures come running up. You're all moving about. I'm going to have them make a little check here real quick to see whether or not they actually are just going to stick around. This is going to be... I feel like it's going to be a wisdom check.
Yeah.
One of them is definitely maintaining. The other one is kind of freaking out. This one right here is kind of kicking about a little bit. It is right next to the scarecrow. It is attempting to kick the scarecrow. A 14 is going to hit for 4 points of bludgeoning damage. The hoof of the donkey actually clips the scarecrow in the shoulder and kicks it back a little bit, doing that 4 points of damage.
That's my girl.
Oh my god, I would have lost it if it killed it.
It crits and just super kicks.
Let's go.
That's hilarious. Okay. Got some more scarecrows here. This one's going to be moving 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's right up to there. It's coming running in at this point. Looks like Danika, you're up next.
So I'm gonna try to conserve some of my spells for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to take out my bow and arrow, and I'm going to shoot at the one closest to me.
Got it.
If I can find it. And a 16 hit
16 hits.
for 5 piercing damage.
5 points of piercing damage. Your crossbow flies true, hitting the thing in the side. It sticks in there. But your bow is not magical, if I'm remembering correctly. And
It is not.
it sticks in there, but doesn't seem to affect it very much.
Did you get some silvered weapon? I mean, would that get around the immunity, the silvered weapons? Because it's technically not magical, but it kind of is.
I mean, I've answered that question a few times,
Yeah.
so if you don't know
I
the
don't
answer,
remember.
you
It's been a
know.
while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
don't
you don't
remember
know.
either.
I have those, and I was just I remember we had them made, and I was like, I haven't done
Can I-
shit with those.
Can I roll for my knowledge if I know? and then you
In
just
real
tell
life.
me.
Sure, make an intelligence check.
Golly, it's probably going to
Or-
be real low.
Or it could be an arcana check. You can do an arcana check.
They're both kind of low. Let's do Arcana. A 13.
A 13, you know that with your 13 that the properties of silver affect things like lycanthropes and other creatures that have an aversion to silver, but it's not like a catch-all. It's not. It doesn't give you. It's not like a magical item that affects anything that's resistant to or non-magical. It doesn't work that way. No.
You can kill the
Okay.
were ravens that are here.
You could kill the were-ravens.
Okay, next, I'm done. Pass.
You got it. Next up is one of the scarecrows. Let's see here. What do I want the scarecrow to do? Cog, that maneuver you did jumping off the donkeys was pretty damn cool, and the scarecrow wasn't a fan of that. So I would like you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh.
That's a 23.
Yeah, with a 23, this thing levels its gaze towards you, and the eyes are just like it's a mask basically. It's just like a burlap sack of a mask with two black eye holes that were cut out, and this long gaping mouth that's cut open and kind of stitched, and you can see like twigs and stuff for teeth inside the mouth. It snarls at you, and those black eyes look at you, and they gleam with a bright yellow gleam. But you're as confident as you are, Cog. You are not at all terrified of this creature.
It's like when the mummy screams at Brendan Fraser's character in that, and he's just like, ah, right back at it. Cog's just like, ah.
Yeah, exactly.
He's all jacked up on Mountain Dew right now. He is going for it. Nobody fucks with his donkeys.
Quick point of order. Anybody within 10 feet of me has an extra +2 on saving throws. So that 23 is actually a 25.
Nice.
So you're really good.
Forgot about those auras. I love them.
Okay. It is then going to move up right next to you, Cog. That was its action and its movement. We got one more scarecrow up next. This is the one next to the donkey, but it's taken some hits here. The most recent person that hit it was Danika, and so it's going to go running past you, Ksenia, and go towards Danika, which gives you an attack of opportunity. Or wait a minute, no, never mind, sorry. It's close enough to you that it would not give you the attack of opportunity. That's my fault.
Give the donkey an opportunity attack.
It will give the donkey the opportunity attack. It absolutely will. Let's see here.
D&D great.
15 is a success from the donkey.
Kill him with the donkey.
I should also mention that when the donkey hit the creature, it didn't take nearly as much damage, but it still did take the hit. And once again, as it's running, the donkey kicks it. It goes stumbling forward towards you, Danika. So it's going to be making 2 claw attacks at you. First is a 14. The second is a 12.
They both miss.
Absolutely. It comes running out, slashing. You're just parrying and dodging back without an issue. Ksenia, it is now your turn.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and hop down so that I can get behind the scarecrow as it's trying to attack Danika. And then I am going to take out my... I'm going to, from my, I have a viol, so I'm just going to kind of twist the little tip that usually would adjust the tension of the horse hair fibers of the bow, and out of it's going to come a rapier, like a stiletto rapier out of my bow.
Love it.
Yeah. And so I'm going to brandish my little rapier, and I'm gonna try to attack. Hiya.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit.
Cool.
It rolled just to GM. It's a 21.
Hey, I didn't see
Why
it.
am I rolling to GM? What the heck?
I don't know.
It's a toggle, I think, up on top. Public and GM under your character name.
So why was it automatically on GM? That is annoying.
Weird.
Okay. Anyways. And then... are we playing with flanking?
Yes, you are doing flanking, so you would have advantage on that attack.
Cool. Let's try it again. Huzzah! Nope, that's fine.
Nope, still a hit though.
But I still have someone nearby, so still get that. So 15 points of piercing damage.
Is your rapier considered magical?
No.
Okay, so it does stab into the creature, but like you're having a hard time finding purchase with that rapier. It cuts through a little bit and does some damage. You can definitely see some wear and tear on it, but it definitely did not do nearly as much damage as you were hoping it would.
Is this something I can choose after I hit? Hang on. I can expend. Okay, you know what? Let's make it magical then. I'm going to use one of my Bardic Inspiration, and I'm going to make it... I'm going to hit it with some Psychic Blades.
Okay, tell me about your Psychic Blades.
Here, I'll pop it into chat. Hold on. So it says, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend one use of Bardic Inspiration to deal an extra 2d6 psychic damage.
Interesting. Yeah, go ahead and add that extra 2d6.
Cool. There we go. 11!
11 extra
That's almost
points.
max damage.
Yeah, and crazy enough, that's enough to take this thing out. So as you stab into it, you send that ripple of psychic energy just surging through the blade, almost Psylocke style.
Yeah,
and
as I stab and I see it doesn't hurt as much, I have like this little, like, it's almost like a burst of rage that goes like my eyes just like focus, and then it goes down and you see this like aura of magic ripple down my arm through the blade and then just up into the Scarecrow's brain and just go
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you, when that happens, that's the last of the Scarecrows that had Bane on them. So, the concentration on Bane is gone.
That's fine. All three of the ones that were baned are gone anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're all gone, so it fades. That it for your turn?
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm no longer concentrating.
Irina looks over at you and nods in respect. That was very impressive.
You grow up on the streets, you learn some things.
She is going to look towards one of the three remaining scarecrows that are out there. She begins weaving her hands a little bit around, and she is casting Sacred Flame. So I need that dex save from the scarecrows. God damn, that's a a dirty 20, but still. Yeah, she sends this ray of radiant light towards the creature, but the creature manages to dance back and dodge out of the way. Irina is going to stomp her feet in frustration and kind of move a little bit to the west to give herself a bit more of an angle and some cover in the brush that's nearby. Urzak, you're up next.
Okay. I look down at Cog, and I see that he's in one of his moods right now, I think, with the flips and stuff. So I'm just gonna let him do his thing, and I'm gonna move 30 feet over to this scarecrow that's farther away.
Okay.
And I will. No, I won't waste the spell slots this time. I will just make some regular old plain attacks. That's a 12, but I am blessed. A 14.
14 does hit.
Okay. That will be 12 slashing damage.
12 points of magical slashing damage.
Second attack is another 14.
Okay, also hits.
So roll the bless for fun, I guess.
Yeah, go for it.
And that's 13 damage, so 25 total on this turn.
Don't forget your enlarged damage, by the way.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, that too.
Yeah, so
That's
roll
an
2d4.
extra 2d4. 6. So 31 damage.
Pretty nice. Not enough to take that guy out, but 2 vicious slashes from the enlarged Urzak kind of cut this thing to tatters. It's kind of half bisected. It's still standing, but like pieces of it are falling off and stuff. It looks pretty rough.
Starting to get that sort of bloodlusted look in his eye that he had last time we were fighting the vampires.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like...
Love it. Vide, you're up next.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna hop down. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm just gonna stand on top of this guy because, you know, he's dead. I don't care. And I'm gonna go ahead and whip this guy
Whip him good.
twice.
Urzak's lips quiver when he sees it.
Get on.
There you go. 6 and an 8.
Get on.
That's the damage because 24 and 26 hit. So 6
There.
damage and 8 damage.
Yeah.
So that's what's that's a lot of damage.
Well, it's definitely 14 points of damage. 2 cracks with the whip from Vide. I actually have a sound effect here if it'll load. Yeah, it's not loading. Damn. Oh well. But yeah.
Like in 10 minutes in the middle of something, it's whoosh, out of nowhere.
That is usually how it works. But there it goes. 2 cracks from the whip, and the creature is hurt. And not enough to take it out, but it did definitely take the full damage.
That's alright. He's still hurt.
Ark, you're up next.
Yes, it is my turn again. Let's see. I'm gonna walk a little bit forward because now scarecrows probably won't get to me. 20. And I'm going to cast a 2nd level magic missile. Again, changing the damage into fire. And I will first do 2 against that guy. He hasn't been damaged yet. So that is 8 points of damage, fire damage.
2 bolts of energy transform into fiery bolts, striking the creature, and it does ignite him as well.
Yep. And then that guy is going to get 1 bolt. That's 3 points of damage to him.
To this guy?
And
Okay.
then... Yep, and then 1 to the guy that Urzak is fighting. And 5 points of fire damage to that one.
You know what? Why don't you tell us how it looks to take out that last scarecrow?
Yeah, so you see, as Ark is about to finish the incantation, he kind of changes a couple things about it as small little missiles appear around him. And each of them ignite, and this one, the one that hits the one that got killed, just goes straight through the middle and just bursts into flames, igniting it, and it falls over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Urzak, you got a bonfire right next to your feet.
Urzak looks back at Cog, expecting it to have been him, and then sees Ark and goes, "There's 2 of you now?"
I need you fire, buddy.
Love it.
I'm sorry for killing your quarry, but
Cog, the story behind that, Cog's been pretty good at taking kills from him.
The whole series
Like,
so far.
high important kills, too. Not just fucking weak kills, just big ones.
It's true.
And he takes all the credit.
Corwan, you're up next.
Yeah, well, he's looking at this one in front of him. He doesn't usually get stuff super up close to him, so he's going to rattle off a word of radiance. And naturally, I mean, it's going to be a DC 15 Constitution. Of course, that word. Family. And he's just going to... and it's everything within 5 feet, but he's the only one, so...
Each creature of your choice that you can see. Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
good. So it's only going to hit that.
2d6 radiant if it doesn't save a 15 con. God
18,
damn it.
that is a save.
Well, as his bonus action, he is going to call forth a spiritual weapon, and it's going to be the crowd favorite. Oh, I guess if you want to put it out, that's not going to hit though. It will be the crowd favorite, Eric Draven, the Skeletor Crow. But he's also going to be holding what looks to be like a little bar, and it's curved at the end, and it's going to be a tire iron. But Cog doesn't know that, so it really just kind of looks like he's just holding a club, but it's spiritually it's Dom's tire iron that he beat that guy to death with almost.
Did you? Just out of curiosity, have you watched Fast and the Furious lately?
I watched the god awful the ninth one, the one that's just fucking horrendous. That they go into space and goddamn.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, it's just they're Dom and Letty, dude. It's just actually, I won't say this. I do have a tab open on my computer that's got Fast and Furious stuff open.
Well, there's your little raven slash crow. So yeah,
oh my
it should be
god.
a crowbar.
There you go.
Shit,
There we go.
God damn it!
Good job,
that's
Brandie.
so fucking good, Brandie.
Good job,
Yes. But
Well
yes,
played.
I mean a 10's not gonna hit on him. So,
It is not.
but it's out and about.
The mules are the donkeys are kind of taking a step backward. Now that some of the creatures have been killed, Danika, you're right behind them, and so I'm going to need you to make a acrobatics check for me real quick.
Uh, 25.
Okay, yeah, without issue. You do see it happening. You're able to kind of grab the side of it. You have a choice. You can either slide under the wagon and let it go over you, or you can dodge to the side and get around the side of it.
I think I'll go to the side.
Okay. They step back a little bit. You dodge to the side and kind of take a roll, moving around so you don't get hit by that wheel. We got the next scarecrow. Let's see here. I think it's running toward Ksenia. So it's going to be making 2 attacks at you. First is an 8, second's a 5. I'm rolling like shit today. Man, oh man. That's disappointing. Yeah, that's okay. We're getting the bad rolls out now. That's fine. That's fine. That's it for the Scarecrow's turn. Danika, top of the turn order, you're up.
Danika is going to cast Vicious Mockery.
A bald Canadian shows up and just starts pestering the Scarecrow.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
No. That's Colin Mockery, not
That's
Vicious
Colin Mockery. That's right.
That's his middle
I
name.
mean, he's...
Colin Vicious Mockery.
That's a 7. That's a failure.
So 6 points of psychic damage.
6 points of psychic damage. You call out your vicious mockery. The creature grabs its head and my pride. Is that it for your turn, Danika?
That's it. We're good.
The Scarecrow that is next to you, Cog, is going to take a couple swings. Let's see if it actually can manage to hit something. 11 and an 8. No. God
Nope.
damn. Ugh. I'm rolling terribly today.
That's all right. We don't mind.
Ksenia, it's your turn.
Yeah. Oh, does this have to be within range? Okay, so it can be right up next to me. No issues. So my eyes are gonna start glowing, and you're gonna see my mouth move, but nobody can hear me except for the scarecrow that's right in front of me, as I hopefully will hurt it with some dissonant whispers.
Love it. That's a 17. Nope. It actually does succeed, so it's going to take half damage.
A whole 4, because I rolled 2 1s. That's sad. Yeah. Bonus action. Can I do anything else with my bonus action, or am I just...
You can hand out bardics. I mean, bardic inspirations, but...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you all seem to be doing, like, really good and okay, and I don't know y'all that well, and I gotta look out for me just right now.
Understandable.
That's fair. It's fair.
Give me the chance to get to know you a little bit more. This world is very big and scary. Or very strange and scary, I should say.
Okay, is that it for your turn?
I'm trying to figure out... Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's it for my turn for now.
Okay. Urzak, you're up next.
Well, is Arena going?
Oh, sorry, my bad. You're right. I did have it on Arena. Irena's gonna throw a Sacred Flame.
Come on, Arena.
Four, failure. He does take the 7 points of radiant damage. She sends this beam of light towards the one right next to you, Ksenia. It strikes the creature in the side, burning it with radiant fire for 7 points of damage. Doesn't kill it, but it definitely looks severely wounded at this point. Irina
gonna give her a little wink over my shoulder, I guess.
She grins at you. Very proud of herself. Urzak, you're up next.
Okay. I am unfortunately... Oh, wait. 30 feet. There we go. I will move right there. Movement feels weird with
big tokens.
A larger token.
Yeah.
So I will take my attacks. First one. 17.
Hits.
Yeah, I think at least a 13 is the lowest we've had hit.
That
D4? Is 9 damage.
9 points of damage.
Second attack. 18.
18 also hits.
I'm going to drop a smite on this.
You as you're looking at the creature, you feel like you probably don't need to.
Never mind. I'm not going to do that. Something tells me not to do that.
And then, did you use your enlarged...
Your benevolent god gives you the urge not to do that.
That is another 12 damage.
12 points of damage. Tell us how this looks, Urzak, as you take out another scarecrow.
I just slash it in half and stare at Cog the whole time. Like, how does it feel?
He's just like, the sheriff. Oh, yeah. And then he's just going to turn away from you.
I didn't catch the reference, but okay.
He killed B-Farm, the sheriff.
Oh.
It's true.
You're like, scoreboard.
I did. If we're going up by, like, damage percentage.
Vide, you're up next.
Okay, I'm just gonna scoot on over here and whip this guy.
Whip it.
11 and 21.
The
Your
21
blast, you
does
should-
hit.
You should
Oh, yeah,
roll
go
bless
ahead.
on that.
Yeah, roll your bless.
Oh, what's that, a D4?
D4.
Okay, so 14
That
and
does hit.
a 20. So then that's gonna be 18 damage total.
Well, Vide, tell us how it looks as you take out the last of the scarecrows.
I want to say, let's see, I hit him the one time with the whip, and I go and hit him again, and the second time it knocks his head off, and it just goes rolling him off.
Indeed. And as the bag head goes flying off, the rest of the creature just crumbles down to the ground. With the last of them now taken out. The marshy area around you is quiet once again. You all kind of breathe a sigh of relief, knowing that you dealt with those much easier this time. It's amazing what a couple levels do for you.
Well, I mean,
Did anybody get hit at all?
I don't think so.
Is
Oh,
no one's hurt?
The rest of us didn't really have issues last time. It was just one of us.
Fair.
He said, looked to my side to see the cameras on the other screen. They're like, what's Marty's face look like?
who could you be talking about? Surely not me.
After about a minute, your size does go back down to normal, Urzak. And Irina walks over to you and gives you a pat on the back. That was very well done. This was much easier this time. I feel like we understand these things a little better.
For sure.
Yeah, those things didn't seem too bad, honestly.
Well,
Still unnerving, but
I mean, granted, before we were kind of in a more enclosed space, and the swarm was, I guess, much more effective during that time. Plus, we had a small, annoying child. I mean, a small, rambunctious child that wouldn't shut up. Oh no, he did. Yeah, he went with us, didn't he?
Yeah.
No, not at that time.
Oh no,
we only
you did not have
him.
the other two yet. Yeah, that's right. You did just have him. You found the others at the bone grinder. That's right.
Yeah, because he got taken by Strahd.
Yep.
Here, Yeah, so we had to protect him. We had to worry about him. Things were a little more chaotic back then.
yeah.
God, I say back then. I was like, what, a week
It
ago?
was like 2 days ago. 3 days ago.
Do you know how you were saying we were passing by some ruins of houses? Do any of these look suitable for storing our donkeys?
Well, go ahead and give me an investigation check, Danika.
Ooh.
That's 3. I'm just looking and I see nothing.
Yeah, you don't even see the buildings. Like, you're all turning around. You're like, I know I saw some buildings right around here. Where did they go?
Take by the shoulders and turn 90 degrees.
Yeah, and they're literally right, like her back was to it.
I'm gonna recast Detect Magic as a ritual, by the way. Because
Okay.
I feel it fading.
Yeah, it is probably gone by this point. It's going to take another 10 minutes to ritually cast the spell. So while Ark is doing that, what's everybody else wanting to do? You do have found like the remains of several buildings. Mostly what you're seeing is crumbled walls, of like anywhere from 2 feet tall to 7 feet tall in various states of decay. You can see like in them remains of like a chimney and fireplace made of stone. None of them have roofs. All of them have been collapsed inward, and the just time has taken over everything. So do they really give much protection, any of these buildings? No, not really. There's walls, but there's plenty of open spaces. Could you get the donkeys and the wagon in there and kind of hobble them there? Yes, you could. Could they be seen by something moving close by them? Probably. But these are really the first spot that you've seen that actually has even some form of cover. As little as it might be. So, like I said, 10 minutes, Ark is sitting there casting a spell. What are the rest of you doing?
Man, I guess, yeah, just kind of maybe look around the immediate area to see if there are more scarecrows and stuff going, and then also, I guess, just kind of see if there's anything of use. I mean, see if we can see any evidence of the people we believe are being held here somewhere.
Okay. So you're scouting around the buildings?
Yeah, just kind of like go in and out of them a little bit, just check things out. Maybe he'll take, he'd take Big Green with him. While they're doing that, they'd at least kind of look around.
Okay.
Keep an eye on things so nothing sneaks up on them.
Irina will probably come with you as well.
Yeah. And if I can, I'll have my familiar go onto Urzak's shoulder.
Okay.
At some point when he gets there.
Yeah, he would have caught up to you by this point, so you could absolutely have him fly over and land on Urzak's shoulder. So, Cog and Urzak, and somebody can make a perception and somebody can make an investigation check. Whoever's doing the perception check is going to be aided by the Raven to give you advantage. Whoever's making the investigation check, Irina is going to aid you to give you advantage. So each of you choose one.
I got plus 40 each.
I have plus 0 to both.
Oh. All right, well, I guess I'll do the perception, since I think
2 to investigation and 1 to perception.
You know what? And I can toss out a guidance too, so I'll guide him.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have that bardic, so.
Oh, all right.
There you go.
I'll use the guidance on me, and you use your bardic. So I'll do perception if you will do investigation.
Okay.
Okay, make your rolls.
Turn that.
Danika, your bardic is a D8 now?
Yes.
Okay.
21 on perception.
A 19 on investigation.
Very nice, both of you. Looking around, you don't see a whole hell of a lot. You find you find remains of things, bits of furniture, broken roofs caved in, that sort of thing. Through your careful search of these 3 buildings, as Ark is casting their spell, one of you, you do find a small sack, kind of buried and hidden up inside one of the old chimneys. You pull it out and open it, and you find it has 6 very, very small emeralds and paradots and like opals, just various small gems. There's 6 in total. Each of them you estimate probably worth about 5 gold. You also in the bag there's about 3 dozen electrum pieces.
Alright, so
36?
yeah, I'll add that to the equipment.
Do you have like a good running total of how much money we have total?
Yeah, it's on the party equipment list. Everything's in there.
Great.
So
Go
three
sorry.
dozen electrum.
Yeah, 3 dozen electrum, and the 6 gems, each worth 5 gold. Other than that, like most of what you find, like you do find bits of old weapons and things like that, like plows and hatchets and pitchforks and stuff that are all rusted and worn and decayed. You don't see any signs of any scarecrows at first. You're kind of making a very, very wide sweep around. And at the edge of your vision, you see the remains of some. Ones that you haven't killed.
Do they look like they've been busted apart? Or
yeah.
are they just kind of like, okay, so something else
kind
is
of
killing
kind of
stuff.
almost shredded, ripped apart.
Ooh. Maybe, we've seen wolves kill things. Does it look like it would like that, or something?
It's, make a survival check.
Maybe like with a beak? I guess if he's guiding himself when he's doing basic stuff, yeah, 22.
With your 22, it doesn't look like wolves per se. They're actually like deep cuts in it in some places that, as you're examining it, kind of reminds you of like a large bladed weapon might have hacked away at it, but then kept hacking at it. There's a lot of chops all over it, and it's kind of just shredded and splintered and all spread aside, like almost like the guts have been pulled out. You can see the goop, the black goop, and the feathers and the twigs all like spread out amongst the ground. But when you get close and look, you can see those very clear chop marks.
We're going with Danika. Is that how you're pronouncing her, since it was pretty much the same name?
Yeah, Danika.
I mean, he would just kind of like, he'd look at this and he'd be like, he'd just start whispering, kind of like, not shout, but he's like, Danika! Danika! Because he knows she came this way, but he doesn't know who would have killed this. That's the only, that's the only person he knows that would be crazy enough to come here besides us.
You say these things. Urzak and Irina would definitely hear you say that, and then you're all kind of just wait there for a moment. But nothing replies.
Okay.
And I think this is actually an excellent place to pause and take a break. Because I did just now see what time it is. So we will be back in about 10 minutes, folks, and when we return, we're going to find out what our heroes uncover here in the drowned town of Aldra. Stay tuned. Howdy everybody, we are back, and when we last left off, our heroes have just killed some scarecrows, searched some abandoned, derelict, broken down buildings, and didn't find a whole hell of a lot but some coin, and now they're trying to decide what to do. So what are you doing? Are you going to keep the donkeys and your wagon here in the broken down buildings, or are you going to take them with you as you head further into the village?
I mean, we're kind of damned if we do, damned if we don't.
Yeah.
I mean, if we leave them, fucking scarecrows might find them. If we take them, fucking scarecrows might find them.
Might find us.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we have to leave them somewhere eventually, anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Like, can't bring them into a tree stump, unfortunately.
I mean, I guess we could separate them from the cart. So is the building, I mean, is there, how many walls or how many broken parts of the wall at least are left of this current home we're in? So we could take them off the carts and put them in something if need be.
Can't hear you, Matt.
Not bad. So yeah, there are kind of gaps in the walls every so often. Some of them are like 6 feet tall. Some of them are really short, like only 2 feet tall. And you can see over them into the next building. None of them have like a full solid 4 walls. Just none of them do. The best bet you have is an area where you think you could put the donkeys and hobble them, and then move the cart in front of the larger of the two of the two gaps in the wall, and there's a small gap that a donkey could ride through, or you could easily step through. Yeah. But anything bigger than your donkeys probably wouldn't be able to get through.
All right, yeah, we'll do that. We'll kind of we'll use the cart to kind of block them in and hopefully disguise their location at least long enough until we can get through what we're doing.
While they're doing that, can I look around to see if there's any, like, by chance, loose boards laying around that we can take over there? Maybe just anything to put in front to cover the other hole?
I'm going to use the rolls you all made for the investigation and perception previously and tell you nothing like that. Like this village was destroyed over 30 years ago. Most of the wood is rotted away or broken down. There's nothing that's like super, super big anywhere. There's no bushes or trees or anything like that. It's all marshy swamp area.
Okay.
I could leave my familiar with the donkeys, and you can warn me telepathically as long as we're within 100 feet. That something's attacking. It's, not going to be much help, but it's something.
Yeah, it's something.
At least it won't come back to a surprise.
Yeah, it's not going to be a surprise when we see the bloody mess of a couple donkeys.
All right, you hold your tongue, sir.
Hey,
I'm just meaning if we come back to it, we won't be surprised because we'll already be pre-warned that they've gotten attacked.
I mean, push comes to shove, I will abandon you for these animals. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that, guys. Or would I?
Honestly, it could go either way.
I also don't think we're gonna be able to leave them in a place where we can keep within 100 feet, honestly.
Nothing super protected, no. We just gotta do our best here.
If I took the alarm spell on one of my levels up, it would that would be helpful.
For shame.
Oh well.
But anyway,
not that kind of wizard.
Now that you've taken all the bridle and everything off of your donkeys and you've hobbled them and you got the cart against the larger portion of the broken wall, you feel like you've done as best you can to try to hide them. Where are you planning on going from here?
We remember vaguely, because I guess, is this the Burgomaster's manor down here? Is that what? Yeah. Because we've been there, and I guess it was the center of the town is where we believe the hag's hut was. Because I don't think did we ever actually see it?
Ark saw it through the eyes of their raven, or at least when the raven came back, they projected the image that they saw. And it was more towards the center-ish of town, kind of halfway between the Burgomaster's mansion and the ruins that you're currently at now.
Yeah, we could go towards the Burgomaster, but all we're going to do is talk to a ghost and see a probably very rotted zombie body.
May I ask, who is this Burgomaster guy?
Think of it as like a mayor, a town leader.
All I can think of is like a really good chef, specifically for burgers.
It's like Irina
looks confused at that.
Yeah, we don't know what burgers
like-
are either.
It's like a sandwich. It's a Faerun thing. You wouldn't understand.
But
but-
yes, the Burgermaster is the leader of a village or town.
I see. I've just been confused every time you guys have mentioned him.
So I suppose we'll kind of be, looking out for the hag's hut, and because I kind of assume as we get closer, shit's gonna get more wonky. So
I'm still hardcore on Scarecrow watch. I know that first round went well, but
So yeah, I'd say let's start we're looking for the hut, looking for the hag. Or, well, because we know they're in cages because her husband in that message said, right, they were...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
in cages as ravens, yeah.
And they're kind of out in the open, right? The cages, or were they in a building? I don't remember if they had said
he
that.
didn't say specifically. He just said that he's in a cage.
Yeah, so he'd be looking for the cages, and we're looking for the hag's hut, so we're kind of...
Okay.
At least that's Cog's vote.
And then as we kind of go forward, I want Danika to kind of sneak and blend into the background as we're going.
Okay. Danika, you go ahead and make me a stealth check. You've got the Boots of Elvenkind, so you get advantage on that. As for the rest of you, give me perception checks.
I got a 22.
18 on that
23.
perception.
I'm not going to talk about my perception.
Good, because we're not going to talk about it either.
I got a 16. We can talk about
Good.
that.
Eh.
So,
Right. The correct response.
yeah, as Danika kind of fades, it just kind of hangs back a little bit and lets the mist just kind of overtake her, moving silently and slowly. The rest of you kind of spread a little bit, keeping within visual distance of one another, but also looking out for this hut that you know somewhere exists. After about 15 minutes of walking, you do spot Corwan. You are the first person to see this, but Ark, you see it almost moments thereafter. In the distance, you can see, well, it's a very odd thing to see. It's strange that somebody has built what appears to be a ramshackle wooden hut on the stump of what appears to be once a giant, enormous tree. The rotting roots of the stump thrust up from the mire around it like the legs of a giant spider. You can see that there is no light coming from the windows. You can see windows that are shuttered closed, but there's no light coming out from it. You all move very slowly, cautiously towards it to get a little bit of a better view. You can see that there's a closed doorway visible on the eastern side of the hut. Flanking that doorway, you can see what appears to be two iron cages that dangle like hideous ornaments from the eaves of the roof. You can see rustle and a dark blotch inside the cage, but it's hard to see exactly what's there. The hut itself is about 20 feet on a side, and it sits there just dark and silent, framed by the darkness around you of the mist, which is getting darker and darker as you're kind of standing there staring at it. Let's see, do I have a handout for this? see if I... Anyway. Anyway, so that's kind of what you see. What do you do?
I am gonna point to Ark, and I'm gonna use message. And are we like how far away are we? Can he still sense magic like from the distance we're at?
No, you're not within 30 feet of it.
Okay, then never mind.
Now you're probably about 70 feet away from it at this point. You can see it at the distance, just the frame of it. You would you would have had to get closer to it. So I'd say you're probably within 40 feet of the hut at this point. So, since you're about 40 feet away from it, why don't I just go ahead and show it to you on the map?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
You'll be fine.
You'll
be fine.
Oh no.
Nothing
There
could
you
go
go.
wrong.
And nothing can go wrong.
Why isn't that? There we go.
God, it all went wrong.
So there you go. You can see there before you is the oddly shaped hut sitting on top of the giant stump.
Oh boy. Oh, yeah. Kenkus don't have dark vision, do they?
No, they really don't. It's not like super dark here, but it is kinda.
It looks super dark on my screen.
Oh yeah, for you it would be. There is still a little bit of light, so I'll give you a little bit more vision here. There you go.
All right.
But it is definitely
gonna-
getting darker.
I'm gonna whisper over to old Cog and be like, "Hey, we're trying to kill this hag, yes?
Yes. She
Do
does
we-
not need to continue living.
Do we know this hag's name?"
Baba Lysaga is really all we... I don't know if she has another name. That's kind of just what she's called.
Yeah. Because if we know her name, I have a spell that I could hit her once without seeing her. If we know her name, but I don't know.
Like I said, I mean, everybody just kind of calls her Baba Lysaga. I don't know if that's a real name or not, or if it's just like a
Title.
I guess knowing, I mean, do we know what that word actually is? It like stand for something? Like, have we been told that? Would
We
Cog know
can't hear you,
that?
Matt.
No, you would not know anything about that. This would be the first time you've ever heard a name like that. And as far as you know from your Loropan sensibilities, there's no real significance to it. It's just
I didn't know if it's like if we didn't know if it had like a meaning, like Baba Yaga's boogeyman, is that kind of thing.
Well,
So-
Yep.
when Strahd talked about them, he said the Lysaga. Like specifically, I remember that.
That is true.
Maybe it's a surname of some kind, or it's like a group. Oh God, no, not another coven. Maybe she's Baba
can't do this again.
Lysaga, and there's Amber Lysaga or Monique Lysaga.
If
Maybe
we don't know if that's her actual name, then it's probably best they don't do it.
I
It's-
wouldn't waste it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll wait until I can see her for that. And it's probably better if
And
when we're actually fighting anyway.
how far away does something like that work?
About 100, 120 feet.
I was gonna say, if you were to say like, I don't know, Kurt Strahd von Zarevich, would like all of a sudden he show up, you're like, all right, who the fuck?
All right, assholes.
I was trying to enjoy an evening meal, and all of a sudden my drink flies out of my hand. What's going on?
Hey, I mean, if he's for some reason within 100 feet of us, then,
You just having fun there, Marty?
Sorry.
So what are y'all doing other than standing in here outside this hut whispering to one another?
I think I'm going to sneakily approach.
Okay. Make me a stealth check.
Well, she's
luck.
doing
Thanks.
Cog from behind and be like, "Hey, big guy, can you do your little sense evil stuff?"
I got a 25.
25. You crouch down and move very softly, like the ground is squishy and makes a sloshing sound whenever you all step. But for Danika, it's like walking on water. She's making no sound whatsoever as she approaches. Go ahead and approach.
How high are the cages in the air?
As you examine them, you'd have to get up onto the stairs to reach them. They're roughly about 10 feet up from where you are currently standing on the ground.
Use your broom.
Man, I really want Ark to come closer to tell me if there's any like magical traps on this.
Ark's kind of timid.
Danika's gonna point at Ark and cast message, and she's gonna be like, mentally, get your ass over here, Ark.
It's not mentally. You actually do physically speak the words, and then they hear it in their ear. But they hear it.
Okay, it's real quiet. Get your ass over here, Ark.
I'd rather not. I mean, I guess I could, but I don't want to be in the forefront when a hag, pops up and goes, "Ha
Boo.
She's gonna cast it again, and she goes, just close enough to tell me if there's any traps on this. Well, magical traps.
Can you roll a persuasion check for me if I can do that?
Can I roll
Jeez.
persuasion?
Yes,
Oh boy,
you
can
can
she
roll
roll persuasion.
All right, he's just gonna kind of sigh to themselves and be like, okay. And is gonna try to stealth over there.
Okay, make me a stealth check. Squish, squish,
Can I
squish,
give the
squish.
help action or something? I see him,
You
like,
cannot give somebody the help
Squanch.
action for
Squanch.
stealthing.
Squanch,
Yeah.
squinch, squish, squanch, squish, squish, squanch.
Yep. Yeah. It is kind
At
of
one
loud.
point, your boot stays stuck, and you have to go back for it.
He's like,
Oh god, not another boot.
Yep. The hem of your wizard's robes are like trailing in the swamp water and are getting kind of
Yeah,
dark and.
he's his brow furrows as the mud is on him, but all right, I'm here. What's up?
Does the cage like got any magic on it?
Yeah,
or
do
anything?
I sense magic?
You let's see here.
I need my.
Yeah. So looking
Oh, I
about
don't have control over that.
what the raven.
I put my raven down because he's not out here, but
Oh. Okay. It should be. You should be able to control it.
I can't.
It shows that you have the ability to.
Oh, I can't.
Weird. Oh, I figured it out. Try now.
Okay, yeah. It's
Okay.
gonna be.
Anywho, you've been
Anywho,
concentrating on detect magic, and you can sense that there is a little bit of magic on the doors to the cages. You can see the cages clearly.
Ooh.
They're made of black wrought iron. They look pretty sturdy and thick, and there is a door in front of it. And now that you're close, you can see that all of the things that are kind of moving about are definitely ravens. The door is glimmering with magic that you can identify as abjuration magic.
Just kind of loudly whisper over to Danika. Their doors on the cages are definitely magical. Probably a locking mechanism. Like either that or something that might explode. Like a glyph of wording or something like that.
As you're saying that, one of the ravens kind of looks at you and pokes its head out and caws at you.
Oh.
More of the ravens peek up at the sound of the caw, and all of them as one, like those black beady eyes, are just staring at the two of you.
I'll use my mimicry trait to call back in the same voice.
You absolutely can. You call back in the same voice, and the ravens repeat their caws again. You, of course, can't speak Raven, so you don't understand them, but they're making the same noises back at you, and you're making the noise back to them. What are the rest?
I don't know what they're saying.
Danika's gonna cast Speak with Animals on herself. And then she's gonna cast Message and point at one of them, and she's gonna be like, "Y'all need to quiet down. You're gonna give us away."
Yeah, they're gonna give us away.
They're gonna give us away.
The reply you get is in Raven, but you do understand it. The reply is, "You, Danika. It's me. It's God, I'm blanking on the guy's name real quick. Let me look at it. Hold on.
The husband, wasn't
the husband. It's like Ulrich or something like that.
Ulrich von Liechtenstein.
No.
Ah. Darn.
Just no.
It was a U name, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pulling up the note. Give me 1 second here. Erwin. His name is Erwin. Danika.
Not quite a U name.
Yeah, it's Urwin. Erwin.
Oh. Okay, that's different.
Yeah, it was a U name. Danika. What are you doing here? It's Erwin. Erwin from the Blue Water Inn.
Yeah, Erwin, we're trying to break your ass out, but there's magic on the door. We can't get you out.
You need to get out of here. The witch is...
Why?
The witch is gone, but she'll be back soon. She said she would be returning by nightfall. She's killing us one by one. Sacrificing us, ripping out our feathers, using them to fill these things she animates. Gotta get out of here. It's not safe.
Oh, we didn't come here because we thought it was safe. We came here to try to get you out.
This is a lot of casting spells back and forth.
I know, we're casting hard.
Yeah, you are anyway. You're casting it. But yeah.
I'm gonna point back to somebody in the crew, anybody, and I'm gonna let them know the situation and let them know that Baba Lysaga is not in, but she's on her way back.
So, well, if she's not here, we don't need to be stealthy about it at this point.
Yeah, we can just talk. Also, like, her little tree hut, is it just basically like completely enclosed off? Is there any windows? Like, what is it?
There's a door here on the eastern side. If you kind of walk around it, you would see that there are 3 windows at each of the cardinal directions. The windows are shuttered closed and completely closed. You can't see in them. There's a little bit of a gap in the window, but you'd have to walk up and put your eye there to look. And it is also like 7 feet off the ground, so you wouldn't be able to see it just standing on the ground itself.
So you're saying I should ride my broom?
I mean, you could.
I don't know. Let's do it. Let's hop on our broom and try to sneakily peek through a window.
Okay, you get on your broom, speak the command word that's in Infernal, and you lift off into the air and go flying over to one of the windows. Give me a perception check.
Oh, I'm not good at those. I'm only good at sneaking. Perception. 14.
You peek in through the gap, and it's difficult to see a whole lot. It's dark. You're a half-elf, so you do have dark vision, so you can see some of the features. Glancing about, it looks as though that the room is filled with a lot of old furniture. You can see a wooden cot. You can see a barrel shaped stove with kind of a jointy looking chimney that goes up towards the, what you assume is the roof. You can't see all of it because there are rafters in the way, but you assume it's going up to the roof. You can see a bit of a chair in the center of the room next to the bed, and as you kind of look to one side, there in the corner on the northern side of the room, you can see a much smaller bed, almost like a crib. In fact, it looks very much like a crib now that you're really looking at it. Has a bit of a cover on one side, on the back side of it. You can see a little bit of a pillow and stuff like that, but that's about it. That's really all you can see from this angle.
All right. So I will go back and I'll let everybody know what I see. I guess what's our plan of action, guys? Do we want to break in through a window? Do we want to go through the front door? Can anybody dispel that abjuration magic?
That is something I should be able to do, huh?
Well, I mean, is it something you can do?
It's not something I can do, no. It's something I should be able to do, but no. Not one of the spells I took.
Interesting.
I could set the house on fire.
An option.
Inside. You know, there might be creatures inside. We can't just do that.
No, that's true. I forgot.
Trust me. I already thought of it, and then I quickly shut it down.
Well, I just kind of assumed if there's creatures inside, they're hag creatures. And,
Well, I mean, there could be more cages.
I kind of want to do something about these.
Okay, so we
cages.
go inside, check if there's cages, then set it on fire.
I mean, I'm not against the idea, but I gotta think that.
So, hang on. Is the magic that's on the cage just on the doors to the cage?
Seems to be, yes.
Because what if we were to break open the cage without affecting the door? Would we bypass the magic?
Depends on what it is. If it's an arcane lock or something of that nature, then most likely the magic wouldn't affect you. If it's a glyph of warding, it could be set to explode whenever someone that's not the hag or the person inside the cage gets near it. The problem is I don't know what magic that is. It could be just a block and be safe, or it could be big explosive to mess with us. Or mess with, adventurers that want to help out.
I'm gonna talk to the crow and I'm gonna say, hey, did you by chance see or have any idea of what she cast on the door to your cage?
Are you muted?
The Raven kind of shakes his head and says, "No, we don't know magic like that. When she shut us in, she cast a spell. I saw her wiggle her fingers, and she said something about, there, you'll be safe now."
Can I try to make a Arcana check to discern what kind of magic it is, or what spell could be possibly cast on this?
So, like, unfortunately, that's you can't just look at a spell effect and say, oh, okay, this is definitely that spell. You just see the residue of it. You can try to make an insight check and see if you can reason out what it might be, but again, it's still just it's more based on your insight, because all you're looking at is a shimmer that you can identify as abjuration.
All right, I'll do an insight check. It's not very good, but not very wise. Yeah, 3. I have no clue.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, if she's sacrificing these things, I guess I would doubt that she would do something that would harm these outside of whatever ritual she's doing.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's just, it's hard to I don't know her intentions for anything. So, like...
I mean, if we don't want to get near the cages, I can try to shatter them. Unfortunately, it's going to hurt whoever's inside them, too.
Yeah, that's probably...
You know what? I'll just bite the bullet on this one, and I go up to one of the cages.
Okay, you walk up to one of the cages.
Stand 40 feet back.
You actually, to get at the cages, Urzak, even as tall as you are, you're going to have to walk up the steps, stand right there on the stairs, there, right next to the door, reach out and grab it. You can see that there's like a hook. So basically, the cage itself has like a hook on the top of it, and that hook is set into another hook on iron pole that's been bolted into the wood. You could just it's not going to be hard to just reach out and grab it and lift it. You estimate you're probably strong enough to do that, but you are going to have to stand up next to it, reach out and grab it and do it.
I look back at Danika and I say, "Can I just borrow that broom for a minute?"
Danika will lend him her broom.
Do you tell him the activation word?
Well, yeah. How's he going to use it?
It would have been funny if you didn't. Yeah.
How does this thing work?
Anyway, yeah, you give Urzak the broom, explain how it works. Urzak, you put it between your legs, you say the word, and you start hovering upward.
Haha, this is awesome. I go up to one of the cages and I try to take it off the hook.
Okay.
I go for the one that.
Have you ever sat on a bike and then tried to pick up something really big?
Mm-hmm.
Make me an acrobatics check real quick.
This should be fine. And it was.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Without issue, like, you just squeeze your legs together and clench, and you're holding on to that broom so tight. You reach out with both hands, grab the cage, which is pretty big. It's like half your size. Lift it, heave, and you're able to get it down.
All right. We've done that.
Well, it didn't explode, so that's a good sign.
Should I just get the other one while we're here?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Might as well.
I do that again. I do it again.
Yeah, I feel like since you rolled a nat 20, I'm just going to give it to you. You're able to get both of them down. You fly down and land on the ground, and you have both cages now on the ground.
Okay, so how do we open these now?
I mean, you can theoretically pick arcane locks if any of you are good at lockpicks.
I'm all right.
You could bend the bars, but that's, you know,
I've
you're
never,
big and strong, but
I've never tried to pick a, what did you call it, an arcane lock? But I'm pretty okay at regular lock.
What
Yeah,
what
I mean-
skill would you need for picking an arcane lock? Would that be sleight of hand?
Yeah, you're just doing a thieves' tools check.
Can I have a +10 in that? Can I do that? How are? Is yours better?
Mine is just +9, so.
Okay, so either or. Do you want me to take a chance and do it?
There are 2 cages, so like we can both
One
do
and I do
it.
the other.
Okay,
There we go.
let's do our bard off. Who can outbard the other bard in the realm of lockpicks? Each of you give me a thieves' tools check.
Is there a button that says thieves tool, or is it just that?
There is, or you can just roll your sleight of hand check. It's basically the same thing.
Oof! I got a 13. I was terrible.
You still need to use your 20 there at some point.
We'll
Alyssa.
see. Does 18 unlock my lock?
The both of you sit down and start working with the lockpicks, and both of you end up frustrated. Neither of you are able to successfully pick the lock.
All right. Here, let's trade these. We'll try each other's locks, see if it's better.
Okay, let's do it. I'll do it.
Okay. And this time
Ready?
I am going to roll with advantage. I'm going to use.
Well, if you're using that, it's not rolling with advantage. That's just a nat
okay.
20.
Oh, it's just a nat 20?
Yeah.
Cool. Then 29.
Okay. You're using.
I got
Oh my god! We were just picking the wrong lock. We were just picking the wrong lock.
The two of you switch locks. The both of you sit down and start working it, and with ease, tick tick click, you both pop them off immediately. The moment
you
these
just-
doors were open. Go ahead.
No, I'm just Urzak's just like dumbfounded. Like, how did you just do that so easily just by swapping the? That just makes no sense. Is it not the same lock?
We loosened each other's jar lid. It's fine.
You just both look at each other at the same time and just go, "I loosened that for you."
Yeah. The moment you pick the lock and pop the door open, the ravens just whoosh go flying. Some of them are like flying limply. They're definitely looking like they're injured. A lot of them are. But they all just zoom into the sky, flying as quickly as they can away. Except for one. One of them does hop out after flying, hop down onto the ground, and transform. And you recognize the owner of the Blue Water Inn. He looks at you all, and like you can just see this wide-eyed expression on his face. Now, I'll remind you, he's Barovian, which means he's human. He has a thick black beard. His head is slightly balding a little bit of a comb over going on there. Big old pot belly, like most innkeepers have. But his face is very, very grim. As Martikov, as Erwin Martikov appears before you in a full human guise. The man kind of looks to your group, the 6 of you or 7 of you with Irina, and he says, "I'm not sure how you got here, but thank you so very much. My kin are heading to the Wizard of Wine's winery as we speak. The hag has been attacking us regularly. She has stolen all of the gems from our land. We don't know what she plans to do with them, but her power is immense." I appreciate your help. All of my kin do.
Have you seen your wife by chance?
He kind of cocks his head. My wife? No, the last time I saw her, I left her in Jova to look after the inn. Why?
Or in
What's
Jova,
happened?
or was it?
In
Or
Veros?
Veros, sorry.
I
In
was
Veros.
like, God damn, they came a long way.
No, in Veros. The last time I saw her was in Veros when I left to head to the winery. The sheriff, he threatened our family in the inn and insisted that I bring wine, and so I flew to the inn, to the winery, to try to get what we could, but when I arrived, the hag was attacking, riding on her giant skull, and her scarecrows rushed and attacked and hit me over the head, and the next thing I knew, I was in the cage.
These gems, what exactly do they do?
He kind of hesitates for a minute. Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
It's like, you were just in a fucking cage. We got you better.
Yeah, that's why you have advantage. Fuck.
Well, I'll just do the 16, unless you want to let him have the guidance for himself.
No, you're going to get the 16, but the 16 is enough. The gems are essences of they're the essence of the land themselves. They were gifted to us by the gods, by the Mother Nature herself. And these gems radiate immense magical power. They are what allow us to grow our grapes, and even as harsh of a climate and geography as Barovia, with these gems in the ground, our grapes grow at a rapid rate. We're able to harvest them within a month, which is how we're able to provide Barovia with its wine. The Lysaga has been raiding us regularly, and in the last raid, she took the final gem. We had 3 in total. Each one was placed within one of our fields, and that allowed our grapes to grow. But once she took them, all of our vines withered and died, and we've barely been able to keep up with supply.
What if those gems were planted in the ground here? What could she do with those? Maybe these scarecrows or other plant-based creatures, perhaps? Here in this dead town.
He kind of sighs a little bit and says, I know not what she intends with them. One, she spoke of giving to the druids of Yester Hill. She spoke of some sort of ritual they were planning, and they were soon to meet with some travelers who had the proper sacrifice for it, but she only mentioned this in passing. I'm not sure what she means, but if she's allied with the druids of Yester Hill, the Lord only knows what sort of evil magic she could be planning with them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if they enhance the land, I don't even want to imagine what they're powering. And that's only one gem, or all 3? God. I'd cog hats, but I didn't prepare detect magic. Actually, no, I don't. I have the spell magic. Oh, no, I do have detect magic. Can you look over at Argus? Can you sense anything like that inside the hut?
Any
That kind of power.
not that I know of, but DM, do I sense anything like that?
Well, you haven't actually gotten too close to the tree yet, or to the hut yet.
Have I not?
What are the parameters of the spell?
I think it's within 30 feet.
Yeah, 30 feet, but there's like, how many feet of wood is it?
1 foot.
3
feet of wood or
3
dirt.
feet of wood or dirt. So I don't know how thick these walls are.
Okay. So are you going to walk up to like one of the walls of the hut and try to sense beyond that? Because right now you have not done so. And you've only got like maybe 5 minutes or 4 minutes left of your spell.
I'll get back up to there, and that's, yeah, I'll probably walk up to the, right there. Just kind of hope that there's no magical spikies that come out of the tree.
Yeah, you're very hesitant as you climb up onto
Why give your father ideas?
onto the roots of the tree, and getting close
I'm
to
here to
the
help.
building, and trying to sense beyond that. You can sense a little bit of stuff. Let me hold on a second. Let me.
I was gonna say he
Okay.
did just build up 3.5 years to a tree-based horror at the end. I mean, kind of his thing.
Here's the interesting news: is that you can sense a little bit of magic towards the back of the hut. It's difficult to make out. It's a little bit fuzzy, but you can sense it. Like there's you're sensing it through some barriers, but it's not enough of a barrier to block your spell, is what I mean.
Sure.
Second. Let's see. Yeah, you definitely sense the presence of magic. You can sense some conjuration magic. You can sense some. Oh God, I'm blanking on the different types of magic. Yeah, you can sense some conjuration. You can sense some alteration as well.
Okay. Quick question. What is alteration magic?
Alteration magic is
Is it transmutation?
Yeah.
abjuration magic is like
Well, you said alteration.
or alteration, I mean, not abjuration.
Yeah, I know it.
Where is yeah, transmutation.
Okay.
Sorry, not transmutation.
That's what I thought you meant.
Let's see, there is that. There is the conjuration, like I said.
Yeah.
That's really about it. You can sense multiple signatures, but it's kind of difficult to tell because it's all kind of clumped together. The full number.
Kind of turn back to everyone. I feel a couple different types. Kind of something that changes, the magic that changes, and a magic that summons. I don't know if it enhances the land. It might be the transmutation I'm feeling, if that's in there. But I don't know what these gems are in particular, so. Beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep.
So what are y'all doing?
Is there any?
There is also abjuration. Sorry, there is also abjuration.
Oh,
that you
and-
sense.
Can you detect any magic on the door to enter, or is there? Can we check for traps on it, or can we just?
I didn't feel any magic on that door, I don't believe.
Mhm.
So, I don't know if there's any physical traps, though.
I would like
So-
to check the front door for traps.
Investigation check.
Let me try it. A 12.
You don't see any traps?
I don't see any traps.
Alright, I'm gonna go 50 feet back now.
Why? You don't know what you rolled.
Nah, but I just have a bad feeling. I'm a timid little college student, alright?
Okay.
I ain't never been out in the wilderness before. Come on.
Danika's gonna turn and go, well, I don't see any traps, but I didn't see those buildings earlier either. So,
I think you should trust your instincts.
I'm wondering if, maybe we should clear out of here for now. If it seems like her schedule kind of is go during the day, attack the winery, and come back here at night. Based on what we know. Maybe we can meet up with all the were-ravens and cut her off where she's less, not on, her home turf. You know what I mean?
Not on her home turf, and maybe after the attack, so hopefully she's got a little bit less in her pocket. A few less tricks up her sleeve.
It's kind of what I'm hoping. I know it's more travel for us, but I think I might have a way to make our route quicker.
Well, I will point out that Erwin said that she had gone saying something about the druids on Yester Hill. So she's not attacking the winery.
yeah.
Where's Yester Hill on the map?
You don't know that. You've never heard that name before.
This is the first time this
Okay.
has popped up.
Okay.
I feel like we should go in.
We can try.
Be my guess.
Why is everybody looking at me?
Oh, you just look like the decision maker of the group, honestly.
I mean, Danika said
I
she
mean, I
wanted to
don't-
go in, so have her go in.
Danika's gonna hop back on her broom. And she's gonna go over to that window.
Okay.
And she's gonna check that window for traps.
Okay.
I feel like I trust the window more than the front door.
You go fly over to the window, make an investigation check.
Even worse.
You see no traps.
Danika's gonna try to open the window.
That's been nice knowing you.
Well, so you reach out and grab onto the shutters of the window, and you kind of pull them open, and they do open fairly easily, revealing a little bit more of the interior. You can see that right across from the desk on the southern-facing wall, there is a desk. There appears to be on the eastern or the western side of the building, on the southern wall, an iron-looking tub that is dark and seems kind of. It's difficult to tell because you're looking at it through dark vision, but it definitely seems like kind of discolored or rusty. The window itself has panes of glass, and it's one of those windows that you have to like slide up to open.
Oh man. I'm gonna try to open the window. I'm gonna do it.
Make me an athletics check.
No, that's not my thing, but I will try my best.
I believe in you.
I got an 11.
You can't get like finger grip. You're trying to wiggle your nails underneath the frame of the window and pull, and you cannot get purchase. It's not open. You're not sure if it's locked or what, but you just cannot get it up.
Danika.
I'm gonna point my.
I just realized what I said.
That's what he said. But Danika's gonna turn to Urzak and she's gonna go, I can't open the window. I'm not strong enough.
I think I might be able to teleport in there if I can see in there. And open it from the inside. If we really want to go in there.
Come to think of it, I could probably do that too.
Well, it just wasn't one of our like Strahd. I can't remember like all of our Strahd kind of tarot readings, but I feel like wasn't something kind of directed towards here. No, yes, maybe.
I mean, you do have a file labeled Taroka reading.
That's true.
That's a lot of looking.
You're right.
One moment.
I know, right? Give me 1 second. Somebody break in while I'm looking.
We know that one already. Tower on a lake. Dragon's house. I don't see anything about the hut.
Well, there's I see destroyed by wrath and drowned by river, ruled by one who has brought both great evil and great joy into the world.
Right, but I think we found out what that was because we found out the story of like Lys and all that last time we were here.
But there was something that said there's something here though. That we needed to look for.
Well, I think we're wanting to go in anyway, so I will just walk up and try the door.
Okay. You walk up and try the door. The door is locked.
I love watching Ark just shoop away on the map.
Look, man, I don't want to be in an explosion, all right?
Why not?
I'm a frail little guy, all right?
Me too, man.
Door's locked, Urzak.
Can I try and lockpick the door?
You can always try.
Okay.
Just get another nat 20. Just do it. Whatever.
15.
15. You get down and get your lockpicks in there and start working it around and tick, tick, pink. The lock unlocks.
Oh. Not bad.
Now that
now
that the door is open and you all kind of glance inside, or at least those of you standing by the doorway, you would see that the hut is about 20 by 20 and is packed with old furniture, including a wooden cot, a wicker cabinet, a slender wardrobe, a wooden table, a high-backed chair, a barrel-topped wooden chest reinforced with brass bands, and an iron tub that, It's difficult to tell because you're seeing this in dark vision, but there's like definitely something dark caking the inside of the tub. In the far corner of the room is what appears to be a ghastly looking wooden crib. And inside of it, just kind of wrapped up, you can see a small bundle inside the crib.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
I'm not. We're not adopting another one.
As you're, So, what are you doing?
The last one was evil enough.
Leave the poor boy alone. He's not even here to defend himself.
I'm going to take a step inside, Willist searching for traps as I go.
Make me an
Will was-
investigation check.
Okay.
I mean, that bundle might need to be tortured, so she's got to go in there.
We are at 9 o'clock, but we do have how do y'all feel? You want to keep going for a little bit? Because I feel like we could.
We can explore a little bit, yeah.
Anybody
I
have
got an
an
8.
idea?
It just keeps getting worse.
Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, with your 8, as long as everybody's cool going for a little bit later, you kind of step into the room looking about. You don't see anything that jumps out as a trap. The stove is cool to the touch. The desk and the wardrobe, that's about it.
All right. We'll take a step in. Let's go.
All right. I don't even want to look at this crib. It freaks me out.
Now that you're stepping towards it, Ark, you would also detect an illusion spell over the crib.
Oh, hey, guys, there's an illusion.
Oh,
It's kind of crib. I don't like that crib. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't like that crib. Something feels off.
Anybody have mage hand?
So what are we doing?
Sure don't.
Don't most bards have that?
I don't.
I took dancing lights instead.
that's fair. Well,
For
what are we
those of
even
you who
looking-
don't have dark vision, you can't see a whole hell of a lot in this in this hut. Just throwing it out there.
All right, I'll throw up my dancing lights.
That's reasonable.
Is,
I'm
I'm gonna keep them low to the floor though. Or actually, what's the greater distance from windows? In the rafters of the house or the floor?
Probably the rafters of the house.
Okay, so I'll leave them up in the rafters then.
Yeah, absolutely. You
That
go
way.
sending them circling up into the rafters, which
Idea.
does illuminate the hut and allows you to see it clearly. Now, once it does, the things that stick out, that iron tub in the southern corner is caked with what appears to be
Oh.
dried blood.
Gross.
is Erwin still around?
Looking about, no. Erwin is gone.
Okay.
Is there anything like on the desk of importance? Any like papers or anything we can read that's sitting out? Or
Make for me an investigation check.
oh, I'm terrible at those. I need somebody else that's good in investigating.
I will help you.
Can you help me?
Yeah, he can help
I'm
you.
pretty
and give
good
you
at
advantage.
investigating as well.
Cog will,
Uh,
he'd give
I
you,
got a 17.
I was just say, Cog will encourage you and be like, you can do this, and give you a D4 guidance.
God bless you, Cog.
Get a 21. Just
Where's
that.
where's my little D4?
You just want me to roll it?
Guys, why am I on the struggle bus? Where's my like single thing to roll?
I can just push the guy. It's up on the left side of your screen. You'll see at the very bottom. It looks like a little D20.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong sheet. Thank you. I got a 2, so 19.
Okay. Glancing through the desk, you kind of start looking. There's nothing on the top of it, nothing whatsoever, other than an unlit, half-burnt candle. But then you start looking through the drawers and rummaging around. You find things like bits of paper and quills that are half used, some alchemical components and some spell crafting components. But for the most part, that's kind of it. However, at the bottom of this dresser, you find an extremely old leather-bound book. You pull it out, and it's the outside is leather. It looks like it was hand stitched. You kind of look at the paper, and the paper is like yellowing and cracking as though it's very, very old. You can see some places where there's like blotchy stains, very reminiscent to blood splatter. Some of the words in the book, as you're like looking through the pages, are water damaged, and the ink is smudged and blurred in places. But at least a good 75% of the book is legible as you thumb through it.
All right. What is it about? Can I read it?
You could. It's going to take you a little bit. If you want to do that right now, you can. You can start.
I don't want to like read through it thoroughly, but can I get like a gist of it if I just kind of flick through it? Will I have an idea of it's like, is it a diary? Is it this? Is it?
Yeah. So you open it up and you read the first couple pages and just kind of skim a little bit as you glance at it, and you realize that this tight, neat hand that's written. It identifies themselves as Liis Tepish.
Oh. I guess we're gonna have to read this book later. Danika tucks it in her bag.
Can I take a look at the crib that Ark said had an illusion on it?
Certainly. As you approach it, you see it is a small bassinet-style crib. There is a wrapped-up bundle in the center of it, just sitting there. But as you get closer and look, you can see that, like, it looks like a swaddled child. You can see eyes peeking out from underneath the blankets, closed, and a little bit of a golden curl of hair peeking out from underneath the swaddled blanket.
Okay. It looks like it's breathing. Like
it seems like it looks like it's breathing. The
normal,
chest is kind of
baby.
up and down a little bit. It hasn't reacted to your presence at all. You haven't been like particularly quiet, but you haven't been super loud either. And it hasn't reacted at all. It just seems to be sitting there with the chest rising and falling, and it's just a swaddled infant.
Well, looks like there's a baby in the crib.
Don't trust what you see there. I don't know what the illusion is, hiding, but it's not usually a good sign.
Okay.
Well, it's got to be something important if she cast illusion magic on it.
Ark, now that you're in the room and looking about, those signatures of magic you detected, most of them lie within that barrel-shaped brass reinforced chest that's over here next to the little wardrobe. Also, the abjuration spell you can sense is on the chest itself, but your spell is getting ready to fade. It's like you got less than a minute left.
Right. If that tiny chest next to the crib, watch out when opening it. It might be arcane lock again, or it might be the other thing I'm worried about with abjuration. But it does have some magical goodies in it, potentially, hopefully. Unless maybe they're just magical baby toys, which would be weird.
I don't suppose you have a way to remove any traps that are on this thing?
Me personally, unfortunately, no. I didn't really pay attention in those, those classes. I was more enthralled with changing magic and how it works, and yeah.
Okay, so should we just grab the little chest and get out of here?
Well,
You could. I'll be outside when you do that, but you could.
Is there anything else like
Anyway, the chest itself, I just want to point out, when I say it's small, it's like about
Like cog
two-
small. It's
like
the size of cog.
like 2 foot by 1 foot.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yeah.
not too bad.
It's not like super big, but it's not super small either.
I am quite curious to see what that illusion is hiding on the crib, but
Go
I'm
find
not going
out.
to poke my
Hey,
head.
if you want to
in there.
touch the baby, you touch the baby.
I'm
You
not
know,
getting any closer to this thing.
hey, Mr. Familiar, could you go check that out? Go see what is the illusion over there?
Oh, that's pretty dark, dude.
You can come back. I can't.
What are you having your familiar do?
It's just gonna kind of hop up onto just one of the walls of the crib, and then poke his head down into the crib itself. Just kind of
Okay.
look around, see if I pierce an illusionary veil.
Your bird lands on the edge, sticks its head down, looks about. Nothing's changed. Just a child in a crib.
Is there space within the crib where the bird can go to not touch the baby?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it'll
a bird's
hop down
small
in.
and the baby's is small too.
Yeah, it'll hop down into the crib then.
Okay.
And
Does that.
I don't know, just kind of try to inspect around without bothering the baby.
Make an investigation check with the bird.
Yeah. Oh, -4 to intelligence. A -2.
Oh my!
Like it's kind of bouncing around and looking. It doesn't. It's a baby in a crib.
Well, that it's that's a bad idea. Okay. It's gonna fly back and land on Urzak again.
Okay.
Yeah, bird didn't find anything. I was gonna have him touch the baby, but I figured that's a bad idea.
Okay, but if it's just a baby, maybe we should also take that out of here along with the chest.
It might not be just a baby, is what I'm worried about. It might be disguised self on the baby. It could be a major image. It could be a lot of things. It's scary.
Okay, well, let's make a decision about what we're going to do before the hag shows up.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm. You guys tell me to leave, I'll leave.
is there like Erwin said something about a gem or like a set of gems. Have we found anything like that in here?
Possibly in the chest.
Yeah, there's magic stuff in the chest, but I don't know what.
You've only done like some cursory looks right now and investigated the dresser, or not the dresser, the desk over here. That's really the only thing you've actually looked at carefully, other than the baby in the crib.
So what does the baby look like? Does it just have blonde hair? What is...
You don't see much features because almost all of its body has been swaddled by a blanket. You can see the eyes, but they're closed. You can see the nose and it kind of breathing a little bit, and you can see the forehead and a little bit of blonde curly hair peeking out from the blanket. But that's really about it. All the features you can see of the child.
Can I do a divine sense?
Okay. You certainly can. That allows you to sense Fey, Fiend, and Undead?
Right.
Okay. You cast out with your divine sense, feeling for something out there. And you can detect the presence of undead in the immediate vicinity. You kind of look about and your eyes settle on that chest over there by the crib. And you're sensing undead from that.
Weird.
I think
said there was-
Danica's... Oh, go on. Sorry.
You said there was magic stuff in here?
Yeah, it feels like conjuration and transmutation magic in there.
Huh. I think there's something in there already.
What do you mean by that?
I sense something in here.
In the chest?
Yeah.
Okay,
gonna-
but like, what do you sense?
Bad. Smells bad.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go and pick up the chest.
Okay. You walk over to the chest and you pick it up. The moment you touch the chest itself and begin lifting it, I'm going to need you. Hold on 1 second. I'm actually going to need everyone.
Yep.
Let's see here, because Urzak, you were. Where is it?
This is probably fine.
I didn't
I'm
see
gonna need
Urzak's
everyone
token, actually.
to level up immediately.
Oh, wow!
Wow. What? This is crazy.
You are all
Oh.
kind of moving in there at this point. You are all looking about. Everyone but Irina, who is actually out at the door and out of the range, but literally everyone else, including the familiar, I need you all.
Oh, Familiar's probably dead. then.
Oh yeah, no, familiar's dead. You can just assume that right now.
Yeah.
But I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Okay. Let's see. I guess just
Dexterity
Danika
save.
has an extra +2 on this.
Just, yeah, okay. Familiar's definitely dead.
Oh, I thought you said it was within 10 feet of you.
Oh, so it's within 10 feet. Sorry. So Ark and Ksenia have also +2 on this.
Cool.
By the way, Ark is like trying to back up in time as he reached down for it, but doesn't get out.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone who rolled under a 17
Dang it.
Oh, wow.
is going to be
Hang
taking.
on.
Hold on.
This is
Why-
probably okay.
Why does it keep popping off? It's so
You can re-roll the die and make it. Okay. Then I am going to use that.
Oh.
What's up?
I'm gonna use a thing.
You're using a thing.
Yeah.
What's the thing I have to know? The suspense is killing me.
Hang on. Can I? If I.
What's up?
I sent it to you in Discord.
Okay. Okay.
Yes? No? Am I allowed? May I?
I need to look at it real quick.
It's on my sheet if you just want to go look at it on my sheet.
Yeah, that makes life easier. If I was on the right thing, anyway. Bear with me 1 second.
Oh, that's not terrible. Unless there's more.
Oh, never mind. I didn't roll
yeah,
it. Okay, never mind. Never mind. It doesn't
you
apply.
can't use that one. Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
I just read it. Okay.
No worries, but everyone who rolled under a 17 is going to be taking 26 points of thunder damage.
Owie.
If you succeeded on the check, you're going to take half of this, as just the chest erupts in an explosion of thunderous energy that pushes everyone back just a little bit. Also, anyone who failed, you're going to be, knocked back on your ass.
On camera. Yes, thank you.
Just FYI.
Okay, I'm sorry. So I take it and then I get knocked back, you said?
Yeah, anyone who failed gets
Okay.
knocked back 5 feet.
Who passed this?
I did.
Urzak
Surprisingly.
did, Ark did,
Vide,
I did.
Vide,
Vide
it looks
did.
like.
and that's it.
So,
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
so it's
Yeah.
just me and Danika?
And
Yeah.
Oh, and Corwan. Okay.
And Corwan. And the familiar, but we all knew that was going
Right.
to
Yeah.
happen.
The Raven had no chance.
Rip
Yeah.
to a real one.
No.
Okay. Hang
Well,
on.
is that the effect you were hoping it wouldn't be?
Yeah, that I feel like that was probably the glyph of warding, yeah, or something along those lines. Just kind of rubs the ear a little bit, like, ugh, ow. Well,
Or is that
Oh,
just
I need to
hoping
make-
his hair's kind of like
Yeah.
stood up because it was thunder damage, and he's just like,
Yeah,
Alright.
Irina comes running up. She was outside, kind of watching this, and she approaches you like, "Everyone, look outside."
uh-oh.
You all peek outside
Uh-oh.
and look through the door, and the thunder energy that erupted like pushed back the fog about 30 or so feet around the area, making it clear for the very first time. You can actually look up and see the clouds in the sky now. All of your ears are ringing. This is thunder damage, which means it's sound. So it was like hitting a gong, and all of your ears are ringing.
Danika is going to like wibbly wobbly get up, and the whole time she's gonna be like, "This is bogus. I am so sick of this." And you can see her like rummaging into like her pockets, and she's gonna take out a pair of like little leather gloves, and she's gonna go, "Cog, have your good touch ready. I'm gonna pick up that baby."
Why are we picking up more stuff?
I'm standing up while like
Just
I'm doing it.
off the map.
Yeah, half of you are still trying to pick yourselves up from dealing with that. Some of you are like, "Oh shit," and running out the door as quickly as you can.
Ark is
As
out of there.
Danika walks over to the crib, reaches out towards the baby, and her hands pass through it.
Oh, I should have touched the baby. Okay.
I guess they were hoping you'd bump into the chest trying to get to the baby.
Oh yeah, actually, it makes kind of a little bit of sense because that thunder probably would have killed the baby if it was there.
Probably. Okay, so is there nothing there then? Is it just an illusion to look like?
It appears to be an illusion, like you're passing your hand through it and you're touching nothing. The baby is still visually there. Your hand's like going through it and you're feeling around, you're feeling the crib, and there's like a moth-eaten and kind of moldy straw mattress underneath the baby that you can feel and squish. But the baby itself appears to be just an illusion.
Okay, so now. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Yeah, is my detect magic still up?
It's gone by this point.
It's gone now. Okay.
Yeah.
I will ritually cast again. However, this time I'm gonna use another one of my awakened spellbook abilities and cast it with its original casting time without adding the 10 minutes.
Okay, so it would actually
It's-
just be an action, I think, or is it 1 minute?
And in
I
a
think it's-
minute,
I'm pre-
Yeah. pop
is
up
it
the
a minute
spell.
casting time? It's the action casting time.
Okay, perfect. So,
Yeah.
using your awakened spell book, you ritually cast Detect Magic once again with just a few simple words out of your spell book. The spell, vroom, goes again. You cannot detect the abjuration magic that was on the chest anymore. The illusion magic is still there, and you can sense the magic with it.
I was hoping for see if that abjuration was still around.
It is gone.
Right. Well, the chest is safe now. If you wanna, supposedly safe.
Do we need to lockpick it? Is it locked like that way, like with a physical lock?
It does seem to be locked.
Then I will attempt to lockpick it.
Okay. Pick your lock.
For 17.
At 17, you're picking away at that lock, and you're unable to get it.
Well, I guess it's time for a switch. It's your turn to try the lock.
Sure, I'll give it a go.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to scold my cat.
DC is a little bit harder now since it's your second attempt.
Alyssa, I'm blanking really hard on your character's name. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Cog could look at her and he's like, all right, dear, concentrate, work extra hard, and he's going to give her guidance.
Plus.
D4.
That rolled to just GM again.
Sake, why?
I don't know. In
Okay,
total,
anyways,
for those of you who can't
15.
see it, she rolled a 15. You're picking away at it, and your lockpick snaps in the lock.
Yeah.
Well,
This
No,
is
I suppose-
stupid. We could have just inspired each other.
We could have inspired each other.
We're dumb. It's fine.
Look,
We're
if
pretty.
you think about it, right, like I inspired her to go up there and do it, so I feel like retroactively I would inspire her to do it.
Yeah. I appreciate you telling me your feelings.
Why don't you work together now, inspiring each other, and try a third time since now you're working together?
It's true.
You're like,
now
oh,
we're
you gotta
working
get the
together.
tumblers.
Well,
It's all about the tumblers.
Unfortunately, right now there's a broken lockpick jammed up in the lock.
Danika is going to turn to Urzak, and she's going to go, Urzak,
Oh shit.
open this the old-fashioned way.
yeah, I think Urzak just kind of gets pissed off and tries to rip the thing open.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
I'm gonna DM you real quick
Okay.
because I want to do something, but I don't want to reveal it yet.
Also, I'm going to inspire you.
Secrets.
I'm going to be like, Urzak, you can do this. You just need to rip that lock off. Go.
Cog will
Don't
also
blow up,
inspire him in his own way. Yeah, you don't want to look like a chump in front of the ladies. Giving you guidance.
I'm good with that, Marty.
Or Vide.
Okay.
Maybe it's you he's trying to inspire. Who knows? Or is trying to impress.
Oh, he doesn't need to impress Cog.
Urzak, what are you getting ready to do?
I am, like I said, Urzak's just like getting pissed off and just trying to rip it apart with sheer force.
Yeah,
I'm
like.
going
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm about to roll.
Okay.
So do I have guidance and a bardic inspiration, or just one of those two?
Apparently, it sounds like you have both.
Yeah, you
Cool.
cool.
Well,
Well, Urzak is like trying to rip it open. Danika's gonna nudge Cog, and she's gonna go, Cog, I've been thinking about it. Just to kind of, for all the good things that Urzak has done for me. Next time we're at the Vistani camp and he sees his old girlfriend, I've been practicing my magic, and I think next time I'm gonna cast enlarge on him so he has a better night.
I mean, I guess you don't necessarily have to cast enlarge on the whole person, do you? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's how it works, but
This is a
we'll tell them that's how it works.
35 athletics.
So you all kind of watch
Is
as
that also
Urzak is like
Yeah, it's supposed to be a
grabbing
D4.
the chest and getting his fingers on the edge, and you just see him like start screaming and like the blood vessel in his forehead starts bulging, and he gets this look in his eyes like it's just pure full of rage, and he just screams as he rips the top of the chest off its hinges, snapping the lock in half, and just pulls the two things aside, which spreads like everything just showers out around him onto the floor. And there's a bunch of crap that falls out. A lot of coin comes spilling out in just a heap at your feet, just pouring out, raining down onto the ground from Urzak ripping the chest apart.
Made it rain, buddy.
Also 5 very large gemstones comes dropping out as well. A small vial of something falls off out of the chest and hits the ground and shatters, spreading a kind of an odd oily substance all over the floor. Followed by a couple scrolls of parchment, a small purplish or like a bluish light crystal hits the ground with a ting ting ting. About 10 crossbow bolts comes falling out, and a set of pipes hits the ground as well, and also a piece of amber drops out onto the ground as well, and kind of choo goes rolling under the bed.
That remind me not to make you angry. That was
No, I don't think we'd like it when he's angry.
But that's his secret. He's always angry.
You know, he kind of is, actually. I mean, he's just been a real grumpy guest since we got here.
Which Ksenia said she gets me.
Blow you a little kiss.
Oh.
Oh my God! He's just gonna, you know, he's kind of just gonna lean into Danika. He goes, "God damn, everybody wants it, huh?" Delphine, now the new girl.
I know, right? My heart's out there for Octavio right now, but
Oh.
Jesus.
What are you guys talking about?
Nothing, buddy. Nothing.
There's something else that falls out, which I forgot to mention.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
4 disembodied hands comes flopping out from the chest,
Come on, man.
landing on the ground. They're clearly humanoid. They're
We didn't need to do
rotted.
that.
They are kind
the
of
way to kill
green
flirting
and
right
moldy,
quick.
and they land on the ground with a splot. But then, as you're like all kind of bickering and flirting a little bit, these hands suddenly shoot up, like it from Adam's family, and or not cousin,
Thing.
What thing?
No,
yeah,
it's the thing,
from Adam's family. All of them just suddenly jump up and lunge at our heroes.
Give him a round of applause.
And that's where we're going to stop things for this evening. We're starting off next game with initiative as these disembodied hands attack our heroes.
You want us to roll it now? So
No, we're going to do that at the start of
Okay.
next game. But, well done, everybody. You've managed to get here into Baba Lysaga's hut. You have found things, been damaged the furniture a little bit, and now have to deal with some disembodied hands. That should be fun. But overall, hey, he didn't die, so that's a good thing.
That's something.
Yeah.
He only took a little bit of damage.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you to everyone who watched this evening. We very much appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us. Come back in 2 weeks to find out what happens to our heroes as they face down these animated disembodied hands. And there's a hag somewhere around. When's she gonna show up? We're gonna find out in 2 weeks. So, as always, we like to go around the table and have everybody tell us who they are and where we can find them on the internet. And Alyssa, you're the one who did the recap this week, so why don't you go ahead and go first?
Oh, jeez. Okay. Hi. I'm Alyssa playing Ksenia Meera. On the internet, I really can't be found on most places, except I do have an Instagram. It's called Alyssa Crochets, where I make a bunch of nerdy shit, such as the D&D themed blanket behind me, or the Blood from a Stone from Joe and I's campaign 1. I made his character. And then Matt's got Strahd there, which was a gift, and make a whole bunch of nerdy or cutesy shit.
Heck yeah, she makes awesome stuff. Junior, why don't you go next?
Hi. Yes, I'm Matthew. I am here sometimes, occasionally. But not usually on the internet anywhere else, so.
Fair enough. Natalie, you're next.
You can find me here on Random Rhapsody every other Wednesday playing Sonnet of Blood. Other than that, you can maybe find me on Twitter, also known as X, as Batty Natty. I think that's my name. I haven't been on there in a while. That's about it.
Fair enough. Joe, you're up next.
I am Joe, and I was Corwan Oliver Goodwood tonight. And on the same weeks, but on Monday, I am Zolos Vadagith. And in our last episode on Monday, I didn't do much. I charmed some people. I walked back to a bar, had a drink with a woman, while everybody else did absolutely insane shit. And so that's going to be fun, and it's totally not going to have any negative consequences. Everybody's going to be great. But I'm Blood for Stone on Twitter, currently making fun of people who think, the Olympic ceremony. And did you know Kamala Harris just came out as black? That was something else that I'm shocked about, too. That's a lot of stuff on Twitter. So it's all kinds of fun. Just make fun of conservatives. It's the best thing.
Okay. Brandie, you're up next.
Hi, I'm Brandie. You can find me here every other Wednesday on Curse of Strahd Vide. And then the opposite Mondays as Mako on the Aether Tech Wars. Otherwise I'm on all the socials as River Dragon 82. That is River with a Y because I have to be difficult.
Marty, you're up next.
Hey, I'm Marty. I'm Urzak here every other week. And you can check me out on the Bard Rock Network. I'm on most of the shows over there. You check out Monster Cafe, check out College of Whispers, Wayfaring Strangers, etc. And if you like music, check out my band, Winter Wayfarer. We just put out a new single a couple weeks ago called Marshall, You Have No Friends. I like it a lot. It's very good. Go check it out.
I liked it. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. Well, as always, I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master here on the Random Rhapsody Network. You can find me every Monday and Wednesday right here playing games for these crazy people. I never know what's going to happen. It's always a clusterfuck. I love every minute of it. Other than that, you can occasionally find me on other channels. I do other things sometimes as well. You can find me on in about 2 weeks over on All on the Table TTRPG. I'm playing Tybal Toldrum, a Catfolk rogue. Other than that, let's see. I'm going to be doing a charity thing here next month over on Bard Rat. That should be fun. I just found out that I'm doing that, so you can check me out there. You can occasionally check me out on a lot of other channels. I kind of do a lot of stuff, so just follow me on the tweets and the instas, and you can probably figure out what I'm doing from that point. Anyway, on behalf of everyone here in Curse of Strahd and everyone in the Random Rhapsody crew, I just want to say thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long. Good luck. And until next time, may you live until you die.
Until you die.
May you live until you die. I still haven't gotten the hang of it. Sorry.
It's okay. 2 weeks. You
It's
got it in
okay.
2 weeks.
Yeah, you'll get it there eventually. It's all good. Anyway.
I won't.
Probably. But good night, everybody.
Good night.